Ah! Ah! Up! 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 Hello there, gamers! My name is Pippa. And today! Could have been earlier stream than usual. But, let's look at animal enclosures. I talked about yesterday how I've been looking for a new rabbit friend for baby princess. And it got me thinking about like different enclosures and stuff like that. So let's take a look at some since they've been on my mind. The enclosures are like the thing that I always worry about. Because like when you think about with people, right? People are deeply affected by their environment. Like it molds who they are, arguably, right? Whether they become stronger because of it or whether it eats them alive. People are shaped by their environment. And I think it's the same with animals. I think like with dogs, right? Or cats. Here, like cats are a pretty universal example. You know, cats that are outside, usually more hostile to people, usually will pick a fight with like domestic house cats that have wandered outside that aren't quite feral yet. They don't like play around as much. They're more stressed, you know, they're more battle scarred. And so I always worry like with my pets, I'm like, oh, like am I giving them their optimal environment, you know? Like with snakes, right? It's like, okay, technically you could just put them in like a breeding rack. Right? That's something people do. People buy like these big racks. Snake Discovery does this. I don't agree with it. I love Snake Discovery. I don't agree with breeding racks. Breeding racks are like these big like tubs basically. Sometimes they're not big. And you put snake in there. And Snake Discovery at least adds like some enrichment stuff. They'll put like a hide and a usually like a little fake plant and stuff. But they're not, I don't know what Snake Discovery is, like what the lighting situation is in them, but usually people will just get like, they're like plastic tubs, basically. Hold on. Snake breeding rack. I'll just show you. Look at this.
This is how legends are made. Above it all, untouchable.
I can't imagine that this is providing the most enriching experience for the snake. I can't imagine each of these has like a temperature gradient and...
So here are my holdbacks from 2022. Got 2 80 tub racks full.
Fully open. Yeah, like...
That is a black pastel.
Not a lot of space for the snake. There's no lighting inside this one. It's just some bedding and a water dish. And it's like, well... Like, technically snakes can survive like this. Personally, I think this is inhumane. Not so inhumane that it's preferable to, like, death or whatever, but... I don't agree with that. Some people go more fancy with their setups. This is rodent breeding setup. Serendipitous, you. Why are you streaming right now? Odd time? Because I have some stuff that I have to do later in the day that would overlap with my streaming time. Those aren't good options. Well, Paradox of Madness, you. Looks like a prison cell block. Yeah. This is not a typical breeding rec setup. This is just somebody's enclosure. McLex, thank you. Oh, work distraction Pippa time. Heck yeah. This is cool. I like this setup. This is like a rack setup, but it's like they're proper enclosures. I like that. Nectar, thank you. Pippa is an EU streamer now. There's one Leo, thank you. Would you say it's more justifiable for snakes that burrow? In my opinion, no. No, because even snakes that burrow still, I believe, should have light. I think they should still have access to light and different like textures that they can interact with. You know, like, so for a burrowing snake, maybe you want like different types of like sand or just substrate for them to burrow into, or like a plant on the surface that they can sometimes interact with and stuff. I don't know the specifics of every species, but in general, I think breeding racks are pretty fucked up. This one seems better because like actual light can enter. This is a lot more preferable, in my opinion. Li Pao Yang, thank you. Release them into the wild and risk having a Florida problem. Not the best choice for the environment, but it works if they're not being kept in dark places if you pity them. I think it'd be better if they were killed than released into Florida. Like, I know that sounds really harsh, but I'm not sure why the native population of animals in Florida should have to suffer and potentially be wiped out, like brown anole versus green anole. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Invasive species do a lot of damage. Yeah, I don't. It would be better for the animals to be put down than that. Bunnies tear up my damn garden. Ah! This is a lot better. They have like a lot more space and everything too, it looks like. Oh wait, no, it's split down the middle. Never mind. Never mind. There's a cool enclosure though, away from the negativity. So for those of you guys who don't know, chinchillas are a species of rodent that has a very long and interesting history. They were once hunted to almost complete extinction, but survived, and breeding programs have existed for a very long time and were even subsidized by the English government in order to ensure that chinchilla fur would stay a hot commodity.
Chinchilla cage with me.
This is not what chinchilla cages usually look like, but I really like this.
So now we can just focus on the fun part, which is adding all the stuff. For example, before this video, I made this hammock above the cage and I really like it, so I've decided to make more. I bought a fleece blanket because for some reason that's the...
This is really cool. So much room, yes. So chinchillas love to jump around. They're a very active species. They live in the mountains. And they also usually live in like big colonies. When it comes to pet chinchillas, it's usually hard to bond more than 2 chinchillas. If I had to take a guess as to why that might be, I would say it's because chinchillas as pets are kept in much, much smaller of enclosures. And so there's more of a maybe like a resource guarding type situation, like chinchillas feeling like they don't have enough space, and so they're chasing out overpopulation. In my opinion, I'm not. That's an educated guess. Okay, that's not a chinchilla scientist, but if you look at like regular chinchilla enclosures, the most common is the ferret nation or critter nation. Ferret nation cage. I think this is a ferret nation. This is a feisty ferret. This is so small. So small. But, yeah, I mean, We get like some footage of the chinchillas inside. Primal Band, thank you. Whoa, early Pippa stream. Yeah, I'm not quite awake. Okay, so here we go. There's like a wheel and stuff. And it is like a good amount of space, right? It is a good amount of space. It's not, I don't think this is inhumane or anything. But this is the kind of thing that makes you think, you know, like, okay, like, why give them this amount of space when you could give them this amount of space? You know? When will the standards be raised higher? I don't know. The chinchilla room. Not inhumane, but could be better. Yeah. Lots of money. Money and space is a factor. I feel like something like this, you should just forego your living room. If you have chinchillas, I think you should just forego your living room and put this in there, and then you can have the couch in, well, probably not inside. They'll eat it, and chinchillas actually like to die from eating string, so they can only have felt. But regardless, Scope was one, thank you. I had a chinchilla for half my life. She was my best friend. Really liked running around my room as I used the PC. She lived for 16 or so years. Oh my gosh. That's a long life. Hell yeah. Charlapta Turtleman, thank you. Hi, Pippa. I think you've talked about it before, but what all pets have you had? I remember some being unusual. I've had a lot. My parents used to have a pet store. So I've had a lot of different animals over the course of my life. I had an alligator at one point. That's probably the most interesting of everything I've owned. It was just a baby. It wasn't big. It was just a baby. Trying to think of what else. Yeah, Pippa owned Nitya. How's your pet duck? Oh yeah, I had a pet duck. I stole it from the river that was behind the pet store. At the pet store, I used to go down to the river that was behind it, and there were ducks there. And there was this one duck that I really loved. Like, she was a very sweet duck. Like, I could just grab her. She was so sweet. She was a female mallard. Yeah, the ducks truly are free. And so one day, Papakin went down to the river and grabbed the duck and just brought it home. And he was like, look, now Quackers lives with us. And I was like, yay, this is the best day of my life. And Quackers lived with us for quite a few years. That was a very, that was like a real based father moment. Yeah, the duck's name was Quackers. Yay! What happened to Quackers? Eventually she flew away. I don't know why, but she probably saw like a flock of ducks or something and was like, okay, I leave now. So, it happens. Even as a kid, you sucked at naming pets. What the hell? Not a male, probably. People called to her. Mimic you! Chris, thank you! As someone once said, the ducks in the park are free. You can take them home and no one can stop you. Based Papakin. I'm trying to think of what else. What else interesting? I feel like relative to the average person, I've owned a lot of interesting animals, but relative to the people I grew up around, it's been like very normal in comparison. We had a family friend that had lynxes and skunks, and like whenever one of her skunks would die, she would turn them into a medicine pouch. We had family friends that, like, their house was basically dominated by macaws and cockatoos. Waste not, want not, yeah. Yeah, yeah. My grandma used to breed Shar-Peis, which are a very weird looking dog. This one's a puppy. You shut up! Shut up! Look at these freaking things. They're so ugly. They're so ugly. But when I was younger, what did I have that was interesting? I had ferrets. I used to have ferrets. I used to have a pigeon that I found on the 4th of July that I kept loose in my bedroom when I was in, I don't even know how old I was now. Like middle school or high school. Downgrade, David, thank you. Will you do a video tier list of every animal you've had in your lifetime? Also, what do you mean you had an alligator? We had an alligator, kept it in like a fish tank. It was a baby. Owls, Pippa. I've never owned an owl. Sadly. I've had ferrets. I've had a hamster. I've had cats. I've had I don't know, nothing like interesting. Yeah, I had a rat named Socrates. He was named after the rat from the movie Willard. Willard, Socrates, the remake Willard. Tralapta, thank you. We have ducks and geese. The most interesting thing we had was a squirrel we raised, but we had to get rid of him when he got possessed with my mom. His mom, too, kept biting people who got close to her. What the heck? I had a little white rat. His name was Socrates. I used to take him everywhere with me. I'd take him hiking. I'd take him camping. I'd take him to my grandma's house. She didn't like that. I took him to the movie theater. I took him to the shopping mall.
You had a stronger name than Frank Martin.
Literally anywhere I went, I would take Socrates, other than to like school. Good, I think the only pet I've had myself is a cat. Wally is his name, short for Walmart Machete. What the hell? What the hell? Shame they don't live longer, yeah. Socrates started to get up there in age for a rat. They only live like 2 years. But he also developed cancer, so Socrates became snake food.
Martin wouldn't push you around.
Did you carry him around in your pocket? Yeah, so I used to wear hoodies all the time. The hoodies with like the central pocket. And so he would stay in the pocket of my hoodie, or he would be on my shoulder and he would go into like the hood.
What part of your fire don't you understand?
At least he didn't go to waste, yeah.
I'm not hitting on you, Willard.
Willard's styles didn't quite fit in.
The name was a red flag, yeah. You fed him, what the hell? I didn't feed him, Papa Kid fed him.
It's been a bad day. Look, everybody, food.
But he's suddenly become very popular.
You're the best friends that
This is
I've
me.
ever had.
Now,
Turd up.
You should do a watch along. Shippy, thank you. You fed your pet to a snake. I didn't feed my pet to a snake. Papakin fed the pet to a snake. At the end of the day, chat, it is a rat. Okay? I love Socrates. I didn't want him to die, but if he's dying of cancer anyways, it's better he gets fed to a snake versus just dies for nothing.
a guy who could never get a break.
Yeah.
Is about.
Oh yeah, I had a turkey. I had a wonderful little pet turkey that she would run up to me, and she loved attention. She loved affection. She would run up to anybody. She was so cute. She was so sweet. Unfortunately, my dog attacked her, and I tried for a few months to treat that stupid fucking turkey, and I even got her like a big canopy so she could like go outside without like stuff bothering her, and unfortunately, like, it got to the point where she couldn't walk, and I had to put her down. I thank you. Pippa's grandma didn't like Socrates based Diogenes philosophy enjoyer. Did you eat her in the end? No, because the medicine that I had been using on her, I forget the name. It's like a horse medicine. No, it's not ivermectin, but it's like a medicine you put on horses when they get wounds. And if you use it on livestock, you can't eat the livestock after because it is highly carcinogenic. Look, man, thank you. Was Socrates dead already when he got ate? I don't know. I didn't ask. I was like in kindergarten. I didn't want to know about Socrates getting fed to a snake. I just died. Thank you for the yippee. Thank you for trying to nurse it back to health, but unfortunate how that must have turned out. It was a good learning experience. I know I think it was 699. Hey Pippa, I've been watching your VODs since 6 a.m. today. This is my last one. Sorry. Goodbye. Since 6 a.m.? What the hell? I hope you've been enjoying them. Relax the Turtle Man, thank you. I ain't gonna lie, Papakin sounds like he'd be a fun guy to drink a beer with at a bar or a party. All the interesting stories you tell of him. Papakin doesn't drink. But yeah, Papakin is interesting. I had a horse when I was younger. Me and my sister. So my half-sister, Breederkin, she came to live with us at one point. I didn't grow up with her until I was in like first or second grade or something, and then she came to live with us. And she wanted to do equestrian because the local high school had it. And so my parents got her a horse and me a horse because they were like a best friend pair. And so my sister got like the more hot-headed, high-spirited horse, and then I got like this very old lady. I named her Lola. She was very, very gentle, very sweet horse. Was your half-sister's name Breederkin? That's what I call her because I hate her. Pippa's parents were rich. We were not rich. Fun fact, if you ever go out into the countryside, you will realize a lot of rednecks, a lot of hillbillies, a lot of, in general, non-rich people have horses because this is gonna be mean, but like a lot of people like don't know how much a horse should actually have. Thankfully, my parents would like feed hay and stuff, which another thing, hay is very cheap when you live out in the countryside. Like for example, with my rabbits, this is a tangent, but for example, with my rabbits, I just buy a half bale of orchard grass and it's like $30. I just go to the feed store and I get a half bale for $30. Most people that have rabbits do not buy half bales. They're buying like the pre-made bags of hay, and the equivalent of a half bale would probably be like, probably unironically like $300. Like it is so majorly upcharged. So to buy your hay by the bale or buy the half bale because like they majorly upcharge. That's robbery. Well, I see a business opportunity. I mean, yeah, if you want to repackage hay for city people, it can cost thousands to properly keep horses for even a month. My parents were definitely not spending thousands. We had, I think the big expense was lining the front of the property with electrical tape. Not electrical tape, oh god, what's it called? Cow fence? I don't remember what it's called. It's like the little white tape that zaps you. It shocks you if you touch it. So we lined the front of the property with that. And then fenced off the driveway side. And then all the rest of the property was rented, and it was already fenced on either side by the neighbors. Unless you went way far back to the creek, in which case it was open, but the horses weren't going all the way back there, so it didn't matter. Yeah, and they bought hay, and that was expensive. But my parents didn't like... My parents, to this day, they still don't believe in buying, like, all the fancy knickknacks and stuff. You know, my parents weren't like, oh, let's get a custom-fitted saddle. My parents were like, oh, here's a saddle, and it fits well enough. You know, owning a horse can cost thousands of dollars. It can be anywhere between like $50 and $500 a month for boarding. For us, we just kept the horses on the property. Saddles, you can get saddles secondhand for between free to $1,000, or I guess more than $1,000, but I think we got ours for dirt cheap. Ultra Derek, thank you. What does the gay horse eat? Hey! Surely you mean a vibrating fence. I got a saddle from Goodwill and another for free. Ratchet straps will work well when the straps break. You got a membership to your channel yesterday so I can see the terrible prank channel videos. I'm going to keep watching the Christmas movie watch along. Heck yeah! Thanks for the friendly stream, Pippa. You're welcome, I guess. We bought hay from a local farmer. My mom bought our eggs from a person down the road from us. Oh, we had chickens, so we didn't have to buy eggs. Actually, there's only one point in time in my life where we had to buy eggs. Other than that, my entire life we've just had chickens. So my parents have always had chickens. Sometimes they have geese, sometimes they have ducks. One year they had pigs, not while I was living with them. Which I'm glad. I don't like pigs, they scare me. Pigs are really, really scary. I don't like them. Pigs. Pig eggs. No, not pig eggs. Pigs are kind of rough. Pigs are so scary. Pigs scare you, but horses don't? No, because I grew up around horses. But pigs are like... Man, how do I say this? Pigs are like... Pigs are demons, bro. Pigs are like... At least when I was younger, like, I heard horror stories about people, like, falling in the pig pen drunk and then getting eaten alive, and it fucked me up, man. Oh my gosh, girl, there you go! Grew up on a family farm, had goats, chickens, cows, and a horse. We were lucky to have local farmers who knew each other, so hay wasn't too expensive. Hell yeah. We had a goat. We had a goat. I named it Nanny. And then one of my parents' dogs took a bite out of her leg and she died. And then we got another goat months later, or not months later, I think like years later, and the same thing happened again. I was like, Kristen Brain, thank you. Your parents watch Gunsmoke or Days of Lives, maybe. Same dog, different dog. What the fuck is up with your dogs? This is a real problem. This is a real problem. Either... It's like... That's the thing with livestock, okay? Like, the real #1 threat is dogs. Because dogs... Whether it's your dogs or your neighbor's dogs that get loose, it's like, it doesn't even take the dog actually biting livestock to kill it. A lot of the times, the dog just chasing the livestock around makes the livestock, like, trip, fall, hurt itself, or just sends it into a fucking heart attack because of the stress. Dogs are a logistical nightmare. Tralalapta, thank you. Ah, Pippa was a horse girl growing up. I wouldn't say I was a horse girl. I wasn't into my horse as much as like my sister was. Because my sister did like equestrian and stuff. I just did trail riding, and we had like a tetherball hole in the yard, and I would like push the ball at the horse, and the horse would kind of like nudge it back. And I was like, yeah! My horse was my friend. All horse girls are crazy in one way or another. Man, what the hell? Apache, thank you. Pigs are actual monsters. They just eat whatever. They have no loyalty, no honor, just pure gluttony. I had razorback near where I live. They were scary, bruh. I hate pigs. Horses are great friends. Horses are great friends. When I was really little, we had a pony. His name was Punky. Mamakin. I've talked about this a little bit before, but Mamakin had a stroke at one point, and so she had like when I was like much younger, she had a lot of difficulty like getting around, and so she would use Punky to like lean on to go on walks and stuff down the street. That horse was an asshole though. Or horse, the pony was an asshole. Yes, he would bite. He was a piece of shit, but he was very helpful at the same time. I'll make you guys watch the rest of this.
We've come to see you. They'll do anything I tell them. Tear 'em up.
I'm the rat man, sir. I'm the rat man, sir. You will kneel before my
Think it's okay
rats.
if I just put her inside? Sure.
That cat dies, by the way. This movie's so weird. Yeah.
It's just the wind.
Crispin Glover. Willard.
That's such a weird shot. Her going to sit on the toilet and then rats coming out of the toilet. Bongo Bongo, thank you. The Rat King. That was such a weird shot. Thanks, song also. True. Rats. Rats. We are the rats. I've had a few snakes. In the pet store, we had a indigo snake that wasn't actually for sale. Robosh Gold Claw, thank you. Best thing to get for herd security, a donkey. True. True. Donkeys are the underestimated chivalrous knight of the flock. Madrock, thank you. Or purd. Cities in medieval Europe had laws where pigs could be held and when they could be fed, and many pigs were tried in court of law for killing children. Jesus Christ. Luca, thank you. Pippa, how much for you to sing your song live? $0 because I refuse to do so. Chris and Brandon, thank you. Weird thing about me, I stare and look at animals. What? Donkeys are no shit dope, dude. Donkeys and guineas. Guinea fowl. The dynamic doodle, thank you. I named my rat Ben after Willow's other rat. Hell yeah. Waste. Then Tetsu thing or 5,000 crocodiles. Oh shit, a rat. Nim. Thank you. Here's my $0. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Sheep are suicidal? True. CBPC Tech, thank you. Still waiting on the hog nose. Yeah! I think I'm just gonna buy a setup. I think I'm just gonna buy a setup. Cause before it was like there was a potential for like sponsor opportunity with it, but I think I'm just gonna buy a setup. Nathan Summers, thank you for $5. Is that a relative of Asmongold? Yeah. No rats named Algernon. Actually, Algernon was a mouse. Checkmate. Get a tarantula. I would like a emperor scorpion. I like those. Magister Generalis, thank you. Sending 5 billion hugs to Mamakin. Well, she's fine now. Iridium, thank you for $5. Rats. Rats. We are the rats. Here to celebrate another birthday bash. Pippa, it's your birthday today. Cake and ice cream are on their way. Yay. Danza Patero, thank you. Hi, Pippa. Glad you're live. You being on right now can calm me down after I was forced to kick my sister out for being a druggie in the house. Listen, man. Listen. Don't let that shit in your house. You gotta stand firm. Don't listen to what drug addicts have to say, okay? Because guess what? They're drug addicts. And they will steal from you. And they will lie to you. And manipulate you. And you gotta do what's right for you. Hell yeah, brother. Nuclear Hellbird, thank you. Isn't a rat just a big mouse? They're different in shape. They're different in shape. I always check my attic. For drug addicts? But yeah, this is a sick chinchilla enclosure. JC Hansen, thank you. I have an Emperor Scorpion! He's a jerk, but he's my dumb son and I love him. Hell yeah. I also love beetles. I would really like to get a rhinoceros beetle. They're so cute. I don't know much about beetles though. Crocodile eats live baby ducks. What the hell, man? YouTube is so fucked up sometimes.
This tiny giant is a rhinoceros beetle. It can carry 850 times its
Isn't this an Atlas beetle?
own weight. That's like a human lifting 50 tons.
What are the
Believe it or
potato,
not,
thank you.
it's
And that's a stag beetle. On the potato, thank you. Thanks for the support, chat, and Pippa. Thank
actually
you.
pretty smart. And yes, you can even
Whatever,
train it.
fly, my
you
scarab.
could probably use it as a nail clipper too. No joke. It
Jesus
swings
Christ.
that big horn like a gladiator in battle.
Ooh, more
And
stag
while it
beetles.
looks kind of drunk in the air,
No!
it flies like a wobbly little helicopter.
A Hercules
Heard anything
beetle.
crazier about this bug? Drop it in the comments. This tiny giant is a
Is it a Hercules or Atlas? I don't remember. Hercules beetle. I like rhinoceros beetles. Okay, Hercules. Oh, Atlas is the double. Oh, okay. Okay, Hercules beetle. Actually, it's a blah, 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 blah. Insert scientific name here because it's the only accurate way to identify insects. Beetles feel like the min-maxed being an insect. I don't know if they're the min-max, but they're pretty fucking awesome. They're pretty fucking awesome. This video's from the Dodo, but it looked cute. On the potato, thank you. Wait. Is that why Japanese run a fighting ring with beetles? Because the beetles will fight each other, yeah.
Closer and closer, I could definitely tell. This
Look at how cute!
It was a pet that someone probably dumped outside. It was raining and extremely cold.
Aww! Why can't this happen to me?
I had to give him a little wipe down just to help him warm up.
Why can't this happen to me? I'd take him home.
He was definitely nervous at first, but as soon as I gave him something to eat, he did warm up to us a little bit more. He became a lot less fearful as I wrapped him up to help him settle in.
Haven't unlocked that side quest yet. Sugar Bowl, thank you. Afternoon Pippa Animal React stream. There goes my work productivity.
It wasn't long until I realized how special he genuinely was to me. Me
Pippa origin story.
Quite a special bond and became completely.
This is how I got hired at Face Connect.
Months later, we couldn't leave each other's side.
Funny distribution service.
Taking off my duvet, man. Chill. He wakes up every single day next to me.
That's his.
Yo, he likes to take off the blankets in the morning.
That's his, bro.
Oh my.
Now you have to eat
him.
them.
He starts his crazy zooming around the room.
Cute.
He demands the first breakfast of the day.
Where are the you? Blah, blah. I had birds my whole childhood, but then learned just how much space they need, and now can't decide to have one if no aviary. Yeah, I would like to set up an aviary, but I live somewhere where it gets pretty cold, so I'd have to do like a half heated indoor side as well, or maybe do like a greenhouse style and add heat elements. Oh, thank you. Have you heard of 𝐏𝐿𝐴𝐏𝗶𝗽𝗍? No. Tons of potato, thank you. Is this what they mean? What? Just get a penguin.
After he's satisfied.
But you need like a pool for a penguin. Gross eating.
And he does the same too.
Bunny. I didn't know how to feel about this one.
Welcome to the 10 Acre Woods. My
350 rabbits.
name's Mark, and there's a few things that are happening in this video. Here they are. And now these ones are only the females.
Oh.
So we spent about an hour and a half to 2 hours the other night separating all the males from the females.
Okay, wait, maybe we should watch from the beginning.
Catch Princess. Okay. And you can kind of see right there.
I feel like we need context.
See what's happening. See what it's looking at. Just kind of point it in the general direction.
You guys might as well go forward.
Meat rabbits. Oh, maybe they're meat rabbits?
Don't you? I'm an uncle who just came visiting.
Why did they put rabbit rescue?
I'm an uncle that just came visiting.
Why would you put rabbit rescue in your title?
There was a community in our local rural area, and there were rabbits being overrun in that community. And as it turns out, the people who had the rabbits, their enclosure wasn't in that great of shape, and rabbits just started to get out. Of course, they started to breed. And you can imagine, you know, every few weeks they can have babies up to 6.
Crazy brain, thank you. I'm surprised you didn't become a vet and study animals. No, because if you're a vet, you have to watch animals die constantly. I don't want to be a vet. I don't want to see animals die constantly. I think that would I don't think I'm emotionally equipped for that. Sometimes, every so often, I think about going to college and getting a degree in like ornithology or entomology. But I don't think I'll ever actually do it. I don't know.
Or 10, depending on the breed. And the community just started to get overrun with these animals. So members of the community got together and decided, well, we need to do something about it.
I'm practically a home vet, so I know it becomes numbing.
Them out, shore up their pens.
So sad, thank you. You have a gentle soul, Pippa, but only for animals. Oh, thank you.
They called around different rescues, and nobody was able to help them out. Of course, we're set up because we do larger animals. We are set up.
Find a way to turn it into content, and you will. I don't think I ever will. I'm too. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna be like really blunt with you guys. A lot of people that really like animals are complete fucking assholes and have superiority complexes. And so one of the problems with getting into content creation regarding animals is you're going to have the mean girl clique of the century on your back trying to find a way to tear you down in order to advertise their content. This is something that I witnessed pretty early on. I didn't do animal content, but I used to watch a lot of pet tubers. And they are, you know, like there's mean girls in the VTuber sphere and there's drama in the VTuber sphere. But didn't they harass that fox woman into offing herself? Yeah, so that's a more recent example. And that one's not from other creators as much as it is from just the quote-unquote like animal lover community on the internet. Fox rescue. I think it's this one. Yeah, save a fox. Okay, so here's like a quick example.
Hi, everyone.
I don't want to watch him cry again. So this is Michaela. Michaela ran Save a Fox, which is a rescue for foxes, and basically a bunch of Redditors fucking hated her because, like, being blunt, she was doing what they wanted to be doing, and they had all these ideas about how she should actually be running this rescue, and people were just merciless to her, and Michaela just couldn't take it, and she killed herself, unfortunately.
Alright guys, so if you are new here to my
Yeah. It's pretty fucked up. It's pretty fucked up.
Hey guys, I wanted to do a video thanking you all for your generous support. Uh-oh, Piper just realized that.
The fuck were they doing for her to do it?
Piper!
I didn't read up on the extent of it, but so there was issues with some other rescues. Like, there was some lady from another rescue who, if I remember correctly, was like was she trying to get her shut down or something like that, or she was trying to get her like blacklisted from the other, or from interacting with the other rescues, some stupid shit like that. And then there were Redditors going after her. It was a bunch. Yeah, constant harassment. It's beyond pathetic. Yeah, a lot of animal people are really mean. I'm gonna do a little armchair analysis, psychoanalysis here. I'm gonna say a lot of people love animals. Or no, a lot of people that really love animals are like the same type of people that would live like vicariously through their children. Like that type of person, right? The type of person where it's like, okay, I need my child to enter beauty contests and to be like super successful, and if like my child does surpass me on my terms, I'm okay with it. But if my child surpasses me in some way without my consent, basically, then I now also hate my child because how dare they? They're so ungrateful, right? There's a lot of like ego and in it for the vanity. That's my personal opinion. There's plenty of people who are very well-intentioned. A lot of people who are well-intentioned and sometimes like come off a bit mean or like whatever. But I would say a lot of these communities online, like it's a very ego-driven culture. Paradox of Madness, thank you for $10. The Redditors cheered when the news came out. Remember, you don't hate them enough. Nope. Obviously not everyone, but a sizable amount. Yeah. So when I was younger, I was not that much younger. This was only a couple years ago now that I think about it. There was this one channel, and I'm not gonna say her name, but I'm not gonna say any names, but there was this one content creator, okay, who was going through a rough patch, and she got into like a bad relationship and started abusing substances, and she was going through a rough time, and she was kind of like hoarding her animals and stuff, and it wasn't a great situation. And there was another creator who sort of prided herself on being like, you know, like she used to work at a zoo, she was very about like the ethical sides of things, you know. She was the type, she was like, I'll never own a dog because owning a dog is like you're supporting an industry that creates animals needlessly and blah 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 blah. Which, funny enough, she ended up getting a dog later anyways, a purebred dog, but whatever. She went onto this one website which is very similar to 4chan, but it wasn't 4chan. It's basically 4chan for women. And she was posting on this website, dragging down this other creator. And if I remember correctly, she was going after a few people. She was... I haven't seen anybody say the name yet, actually. Okay, yeah, one person got it. Woman Chan, basically Woman Chan. T-App, no, this is older than T-App. But, yeah, and then she got caught, and then she started, like, she, like, held up, like, a little, she did, like, a post, like, holding up a sign and being like, haha, got you guys. And it's like... oh, God. It's, the Mean Girls. So this woman went onto an anonymous board to shit-talk people that she publicly claimed to be, like, her friends and everything. And it's like, oh, my God. It's like you're a fucking YouTube channel based around animals. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? I don't know. A lot of these channels back in the day, they kind of gave me very weird vibes, and I feel like the animal side of the internet is just never really going to change. There's a content creator that I like. Her name's Lennon the Bunny. Unfortunately, Lennon, her rabbit, passed away last year? Something like that. Hey. She's one of those, like... She's well-intentioned. Pretty abrasive, but well-intentioned. Okay, not last year. A few months ago. And she's also had people... Let's see if I can find it. She's had people, go after her over just, like, petty shit. And this is somebody who, like, bases her entire life around... Or based her entire life around her rabbit. Like, she loved her rabbit very dearly and took very good care of him. Lennon the Bunny.
I do feel that there's other YouTubers who have a lot more experience and a lot more knowledge dealing with a lot more rabbits.
Oh, the video's so quiet.
It's disappointing that their channels aren't getting more recognition.
So quiet.
Hey bunnies and bunny lovers, welcome back to the channel. Today
I don't know if this is the one I was thinking of. Oh wait, here we go.
Now I'm not one who tends to like call other people out or really talk about other people, but I get often asked like, oh, do you like Lennon the Bunny? Do you support her and whatnot? Well, here's my answer. No.
So I've done a video before.
People love to drag animal channels, and it's like, personally, like, I'm too full of self-doubt. Okay? I would not be able to handle this. I would go fucking insane. I would be self-questioning constantly. It's like, oh, well, this person is saying that, like, the ideal temperature for, like, a ball python is actually this range, and then another person is saying this range, and one person saying like, okay, you can't have like a cooler side of the habitat because the snake might prefer it and then end up hurting themselves, blah blah blah. Why do women hate other women so much? I don't know, man. I don't know. Women love to hate other women though.
saying about the reasons why I don't necessarily agree with the
Competition,
rabbit care given out by this woman.
There's such a superiority complex with all this
Bunnies and
shit.
bunny lovers, welcome back to the channel. I want to apologize for not posting as often as I normally have in the past couple months. A lot of stuff has been going on. Obviously, I was out of the country, and I'm really working very hard on this product launch for Hop, our brand. We're going to be launching.
Oh, this is one thing she also got shit for. Secret the Squid, thank you. Women are speaking. So Lennon came up with a litter box because there was none, or not one. Fuck. Lorelai came up with a litter box, because there was none on the market that accomplished what she wanted, which is basically her litter box. I think I don't have one, but it's like a tray on the bottom and then hay in like a feeder on the side or something, so you can just like put the hay in there and it's separate, and it has like a lid on it. And that's something that people were getting really mad at her over. This, oh, Numco, thank you for the raid! Welcome in, Raiders, man. Pippa! This is something that people were getting mad at Lorelai over, because they were like, oh, well, actually, having a closed litter box like that, like a litter box that has a top on it, actually, that's, you're gonna destroy your rabbit's lungs because the ammonia is being trapped inside.
Our litter box very, very soon. And I'm talking any day now. So I've been prepping a lot for that. But I'm not abandoning the channel. I'm
gonna skip ahead.
This little selfie stand.
Ammonia,
Okay.
what?
Now, I'm not one who
from the
tends
rabbit
to like
being in the litter
call
box.
other people out or really talk about other people. But I get often asked like, oh, do you like Lennon the bunny? Do you support her and whatnot? Well, here's my answer. No, I do not at all. I've never ever enjoyed watching her. Even when I was younger, I never sat through any of her videos because
See, it's like a smug thing. Pippa, what are you watching? People asked if I would ever do like animal content, and I'm showing people why not. The Rock Boss here, 5 GPPs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I didn't know, thank you. I don't mean to sound like an ass, but every time animal cruelty gets brought up, I can only think of a swan dog. They become the actually. Yeah, it's like, you know, I can handle like the accusations that get thrown at me, like as a VTuber, right? Because ultimately it's like, I know who I am, I know what I am, I know what I'm not, right? So if people come at me and they're like, ah, Pippa hates trans people or whatever the fuck because she played Hogwarts. No, I don't. Okay, and I know that. But stuff with like the rabbits, it's like, I don't know, am I taking ideal care of my rabbits? Like, maybe there is something that I'm fucking up. Oh god, like I am responsible for something else's life. I don't, like, I'm scared, I'm worried, I want to take good care of them. I don't want them to have any potential health problems, or like, what if like this space is bad, or I don't know. It's like, I'd schizo out too. It's hard not to schizo when it's like I love my pets. I don't want them to ever feel bad, and there's no set way to know if they could be feeling better, right? Because like you can catch things sometimes, right? Where it's like, okay, well, so one issue that I had is like with my rabbits, they got put in basically like this building that has concrete floors, okay? And so I threw some carpet down and I figured, okay, like this should be fine. But one of the rabbits prioritizes not being on the carpet. And so they started to develop like some bald spots on their leg, and it's like, ah, fuck, okay, well now I know I need to add more rug. But like the other rabbit was fine, and it's like, you don't know until it starts to happen, and it's like, Well, I don't know. Maybe like I could have known. Also, 1 second. 1 sec. Hello? One of my relatives let a dog out that they were not supposed to let out. Joe, where they you scatter? Ah! It's being dealt with. I can't believe Pippa ungraduated. Was it Papakin? No, one of my relatives is visiting from out of state. Well, more than one, but oh, let the dogs out. They run out and bite another goat? No. Me, but the cat every day? Oh, man. What the fuck? Animal stream and dog issue fitting. I know, right? What are the fucking odds?
I don't really like the way she educates. And as I'm making this video, I really hope that it doesn't.
Who are you again? What the hell?
Come across like as arrogant or aggressive, because I mean, you do you, but this is just my opinion. So the first thing that I really hate seeing is when people hold their rabbits like this. This is not cute. And I guarantee you now, your rabbit is.
So what this person is talking about is they're conflating like what's happening here with trancing. And so trancing is when you put a rabbit on its back and it becomes immobilized due to fear.
Not enjoying that. Rabbits are such...
So
you can tell when a rabbit is tranced.
I just want to pause and say that if you guys watch that like whole video, Lennon is enjoying it because I'm massaging her throughout the whole thing. You know,
this is not trancing. It could be, but it's not. Like the rabbit is sat semi-upright and the rabbit is not immobilized due to fear. She is looking around and
caressing her and giving her treats. She's accepting the
Lennon like John Lennon. I don't remember. I think yeah. I think Lennon was named after John Lennon, but then Lorelai found out she was a girl.
Treats from me. If she were stressed, she would not be taking any treats whatsoever, and she would also be trying to wiggle herself out of my arms. But she's actually upright. She's not in a trance, so I don't really know what this girl is talking about.
Cat animals, it's never safe to like hold them on their back or anything like that. When you hold a rabbit, one
of the funny things about people like this is sometimes they don't even have the animal that they're talking about. Which I'm gonna be a real hater. I'm gonna be a real fucking hater, and I'm gonna say if you don't own the animal that you're talking about, that's not to say that you shouldn't necessarily be critical of others who do have the animal, but in terms of like more advanced topics like this, like you don't have the experience. You can't recognize, for example, when a rabbit is stressed out.
Belly should always be like against yours. And I'm doing this video because I kind of want people to understand like what I'm trying to...
I'm not great at it either. Rabbits have varying personalities and some can show their stress in very different ways. For example, like Baby Princess is very good about hiding her stress. Baby Princess, like, she'll let you pick her up and everything, and she'll be acting normal. Like, she's not breathing super fast. Her nose isn't, like, twitching super hard. She's not... Like, visually, you can't tell that she's panicking. But you do start to when you see how much she's shedding. So, Baby Princess sheds very heavily when she gets scared. Sakura is very easy to tell when he's stressed because he's like a very... He wears his heart on his sleeve, so to speak. He's very quick to try and run away. He's very... Like, when he's panicking, like, he'll start hyperventilating. He'll... Drama queen. Very vocal. He's not vocal, like, he doesn't make noise. But it is very obvious that he's stressed. So...
get across, and the fact that just because someone has a big platform doesn't mean that you should follow them, and doesn't mean that what they're doing is right.
Also, I don't think that some people getting some things, quote unquote, like wrong with their care necessarily means that the entire person should be discarded. I view this with like Snake Discovery, right? With Snake Discovery, I don't like that they do breeding racks. I think they do breeding racks better than most people, but I still don't like that they do them. I still think that it's, in my opinion, wrong to do and to be an example. But in general, I would say Snake Discovery, like, they're very passionate. They know most of what they're talking about, I feel like. And when they don't know what they're talking about, they learn over time and correct themselves and are very humble, kind people that care about animals. Can't be right all the time. Sometimes we get it wrong to make it right. Yeah. Only if there's a pattern of mistakes. I disagree. I think people will always make mistakes unless you're so hyper fixated into one specific niche and you never go outside that sphere. But even then, there's going to be a pattern of mistakes when it comes to animal care, because animal care is an ever-evolving science. So something that may be seen as okay for an animal right now in 5 years might not be. The question, do they learn from their mistakes? I would say snake discovery does. You can kind of see this with like rodent care, with small rodents, with mice and hamsters. For a while it was like, okay, keeping a hamster inside like a fully enclosed like acrylic container, that's fine. And then there was like some study or whatever, and the collective consciousness of rodent care was like, oh, okay, never mind. This is bad because the ammonia can build up and can hurt their respiratory systems. But then now more recently, it's gone back to, okay, well actually, like it is okay. Like make sure there is ventilation, but as long as you're keeping up with bedding changes, it's fine. Like the ammonia buildup is never going to be so much that it hurts them. As long as you're keeping up with bedding changes. But yeah. Declawing cats no longer being punished is a perfect example of evolving care. I don't know about that. Is declawing viewed favorably again? I thought declawing was still
Again,
bad.
Here's another example. Look at how everyone's holding the rabbits. Look at this one. No, look at the eye. It's like popping out. It's scared.
So first of all, I don't think this girl actually watches our YouTube videos. I just want to put that out there, and I'll tell you why later. I want to talk about this photo. So this photo is me visiting a rabbit rescue in Peru. And the only reason why I'm giving you guys that context is because I think context is important. Is this person traveling to developing nations very far away across the globe to educate people about proper rabbit care and bring them food, supplies, medical treatment? No. So, you know, you take one snapshot of everybody trying to get a group photo with, you know, 5 bunnies, which is very hard because, as we know, bunnies don't like to sit still. You get one snapshot and you pick it apart like that. All these bunnies are being held.
Is she flexing? I mean, a little bit, yeah, but I think she has the right to flex. So Lorelai went to Peru, where rabbit care is not held to the same standards as in America. And even in America, like, rabbit care is not... It's not great. People are still buying guinea pig cages for rabbits and leaving them locked up in there. All right? But Lorelai is going to these other countries, going to rabbit rescues, and trying to help people that already care about rabbits to expand their knowledge of care on rabbits. And this TikToker is going, actually, you know, in this photo, the rabbit looks a little bit stressed out.
Just fine. And I'll tell you why.
Okay, yeah, like that negates everything else that's going on.
They are being supported by their hindquarters and their chest. That is how you hold a bunny. The upper body and the hindquarters need to be supported. Now, are there some bunnies that are a little tilted? And, you know, it's like, yeah, okay, but that's what you're gonna pick apart? I'm sorry, but this person just has way too much time on their hands.
The TikToker's whole conversation is actually, when she probably has no idea what she's talking about.
This is...
I don't know, maybe she does keep rabbits, maybe she is knowledgeable. However, to me personally, this reeks of somebody that... I'm talking about the blonde-haired person here. Like, this reeks of either way too much ego and very little experience with rabbits, or way too much ego and trying to drag down other people that she should be able to reasonably see. Like, yeah, concern trolling. Like, she's concern trolling.
Well, she, like, took her rabbit through a car wash. You see? No,
Oh no! You took your rabbit through a car wash! Oh my god! Oh god! cares?
I'm not the owner of Lennon. I'm not with him through the car wash.
Lennon's a girl.
I just want, okay, so this brings me back to this girl does not actually watch our channel because she thinks Lennon is a boy. And throughout the rest of her videos, she keeps referring to Lennon as a boy.
And she let him drive. Oh, she let Lennon drive. Oh my god, this is terrible. What if people are gonna see Lennon the rabbit driving and think that they should let their rabbit drive, and then they're gonna, oh fuck, what if they give their rabbit alcohol? Lennon or Lennon? Lennon.
Boy, but let's keep watching.
I can't really tell, like, based on body language and whatnot.
Lennon, no, not the family of 4. Ah!
What I mean,
so she's saying she can't really tell based on body language. Okay, then what kind of rabbit advocate are you if you can't read a rabbit's body language? Because a rabbit that's scared would have their ears pinned back.
You can say, oh yeah, he loves it, but how do you...
I have lop-eared rabbits, so it can be difficult to tell.
know that.
At least with the ear thing. There's other ways to tell with them.
Guarantee Lennon was not enjoying it. Imagine you're a tiny...
One of the big things with rabbits is like how their body is positioned. So if a rabbit is like super scrunched up, it can be more indicative of stress. And if they're like all sprawled out, more relaxed, then obviously they're more relaxed.
Little delicate prey species rabbit. And then, you know, you're in a car, you've got all this sound, all the water, everything like that. That's terrifying.
By the way, I think that her points are valid, but I know the truth. I know that Lennon was fine, albeit optically it wasn't a good look. And actually that picture isn't even on our Instagram anymore. I took it down a long time ago because I just didn't want to give people the wrong idea.
Dressing up your rabbit? Not cute.
Oh yeah, some people get really triggered about putting your rabbit in harnesses. Collars make sense because putting your rabbit in a collar, you can snap their neck. Harnesses are more debatable. Because a rabbit can still get hurt in a harness. And really there isn't much reason to be putting them in a harness. Like, I don't own a harness for my rabbits. My rabbits don't like to be, like, taken out and about, so there's no reason for them to have a harness. The only time they ever leave is when they go to the vet, and in that case I usually just put them in their carrier and they're fine. There's no reason to have a harness for them.
Again, maybe it might be...
That being said though, I would put a rabbit in a harness. Like, if a rabbit was chill enough, like, I don't think my rabbits are so, like, desensitized to things that they would feel comfortable going out and about. However, I have seen people that do have rabbits that they're able to take around with them on, like, road trips and stuff. And it's like, if I had a rabbit that was that chill, I would be down. But do people take rabbits on walks? Some people do. I think in general you shouldn't take your rabbit on a walk down, like, the sidewalk or whatever, just because there's so many variables at play. Hawks, for example, not as big of an issue as, like, people might make it out to be. However, it is a possibility. That's an issue with, like, birds on a harness as well, is hawks can and will grab birds. The bigger issue is stuff like, yeah, dogs. If somebody, like, the harsh reality is a lot of people don't have their dogs under control, right? I know Pippa freaks out. Pippa freaks out really, really bad. Pippa is a extremely anxious animal, and I don't have her under complete control. So, like, if a dog is walking by, I will either pick up Pippa or I will cross the street. Because I don't know how Pippa will react. Sometimes she's completely okay with dogs. Other times she completely fucking freaks out. And it's a gamble that I'm not willing to take for her safety or for the other dog's safety. So sometimes there's people that they don't have their dog on a leash. It happens. Some people don't believe in leashing their dogs. And while those kinds of dogs might be chill if they see another dog, are they going to be chill if they see your rabbit? I don't know. I wouldn't take that gamble. At least with like a small dog. Like, it's not ideal, right? But one thing you can do is, if there's an emergency situation, is you can like yank the dog upwards, right? By the leash. That's not ideal, but a dog's body is strong enough to handle like being picked up by the harness, by the leash like that. If they're on a harness, if they're wearing a collar, that's really not ideal. But with a rabbit, you can't do that. With a rabbit, if you tried to yank them up by their harness, if there's like an emergency situation, if like another dog is chasing after them, like you're gonna break their bones. They're too fragile for that.
Tied loosely, but anything around the rabbit's neck, that's not safe. Okay, this one.
I would basically, like, I would not take a rabbit out on a walk somewhere uncontrolled. I would take them maybe into like my own backyard, or I would take them somewhere more controlled. Some people take their rabbits out on play dates with other rabbits. Just use a stroller. Yeah, you can use a stroller for your rabbit. If you have a rabbit that is that chill, you could take them out in a stroller. Most rabbits, though, like 95% of rabbits are not going to be so comfortable with being outside and hearing all those sounds and those smells. Like, most rabbits are not going to be okay with that. So the practical application of taking your rabbit out on a walk, even in a stroller, is still very, very low.
Sand.
She's obviously gone through my Instagram.
I saw a lady using a stroller for her parrot. I have a backpack for bird prisoner, and I've tried taking bird prisoner out, but she does not like it. She does not like it. Unfortunately, I do think animals pick up on the stress levels of their owners, and so I get very stressed, and so my pets tend to get very stressed when out and about.
Instagram, but like I'm talking years and years ago, like almost like those pictures are like 6-7 years old. So she really went down that rabbit hole, pun intended, but does not actually watch our YouTube channel because she still thinks Lennon is a boy.
And a harness. Do not ever take your rabbits to the beach. Sand is really not great. There's another.
I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. My personal opinion on this is sand is not going to hurt your rabbit. If your rabbit is living in sand, that can be bad. And it is possible for your rabbit to pick up disease from being anywhere outside. Like, that is a possibility. However, I don't think it's any greater from being on sand. It's in a 𝐒𝐲𝐴𝐵, thank you. Every time I hear your pets' names, I think that is the weirdest one. Then you say another one and top it. What the hell?
Another one. I mean, nice sunset, but still.
Long term.
I'll do a separate video on harnesses, but harnesses are not.
Long term is different from just visiting. Yeah, but a lot of people can't differentiate that.
Safe for rabbits to use. Now, you might not think it, but if Lennon was to like hop away and she got hold of the lead, that like pressure there would cause so much like restraint and pressure on his vital organs. You might not think so, or you might think, oh yeah, but what about dogs? Dogs are so much bigger than rabbits. Like, look at how small he is. I'm so sorry, maybe I'm going on.
I don't think it has to do with size, because a small dog that is about the size of a rabbit can still handle being on a leash. I think it has to do with like the way their bodies are structured, and like rabbits are prey. They're very like lightweight. They're built for like squeezing into burrows and being like more malleable, right? But a dog is not made for that. Dogs that are made for going into like rabbit burrows are like dachshunds, and they're still hardy, but they're like they're like compact, right? But they're not. Different anatomical structure.
Too much. But another thing,
they are different anatomical structure.
Like, right on Lennon's bio in her Instagram that she's a girl. Now, I've already made an in-depth video on the harness. My opinion on it. By the way, Lennon isn't actually being restrained by a leash in that photo. If you actually look at it, I'm not even like holding on to the leash. She's really just sitting there. I don't even think I put the leash on, to be honest. Now, do I think a novice should be dabbling in these more advanced, you know, things with rabbits? No, and I always make that disclaimer.
Don't put your rabbit on its back. That is called trancing. Never cut your rabbit's nails like that. Always hold them so...
See, this is another thing that makes me think that she's like very inexperienced, because it's like sometimes you have to do the things that you quote unquote never should do. I don't know about like with this photo with Lennon, but sometimes like you have to seriously restrain an animal for their safety. You have to do stuff that like you quote unquote should never do. She's like 14. Is this like a 14-year-old? That would explain the baseless arrogance.
So that they're secure. Also, if he was to jump, you're most likely going to cut the like pink part of their nail, and then they will bleed for ages. And you don't want that because that might cause trauma to the bunny. Okay.
Bleed for ages. They sell like you shouldn't cut the quote-unquote pink part of the nail, but it's not gonna bleed for ages, because if you have rabbits and you're cutting their nails, you own oh god, I forget what it's called. I have it. It's like this little container of like, it's like flour, and you put it on the wound and it stops it from bleeding. So it's not ideal, because it is gonna hurt the rabbit if you do that, but it's basically cornstarch. Yeah, it's basically cornstarch. A coagulant. Is that the word for it? Point is you just put it on there and it stops the bleeding.
Okay, 2 final things.
People have it for birds as well. For birds, when you're cutting their nails, it's the same fear. And I think with wings as well. I don't believe in cutting a bird's wings, so I don't have to worry about that. But
gosh, I'm on a tangent.
With regards to that image, I had taken her to a rabbit rescue to get her nails cut, because that was when I didn't know how to even cut rabbit nails.
People cut birds' wings? Yeah, unfortunately.
So that's not even me. I mean, I think that's a fair criticism. If you just see that photo without any context, I would probably say the same thing. Now,
why would someone clip a bird's wings? Because people think that the bird will fly away, and that's like not a baseless fear, right? It's like that is possible. Try reading and come big pee. But I'm gonna say, like, if people are going in and out of the house, if you don't have a room that you can put the bird in without fear of, like, when you let it out, oh, somebody's gonna open the door and let the bird out, then I don't know, maybe you shouldn't have a bird. Maybe you should, I don't know, get like a harness or something for it instead. I don't know. To me, cutting a bird's wings just seems very... You don't remove flight, just rein back. Technically, the birds can still fly away even when you trim their wings. It's a lot harder for them, but...
What I will say, some bunnies just really
feathers
don't
regrow anyway. Yeah, but the bird is also losing their ability to navigate how they naturally would. Like, in my opinion, okay. So like bird cages, you know, I think bird cages are not ideal how they're sold commonly. I am a believer in like the more horizontal cages where birds can fly around a bit in their environment. Yeah, it's a fucking bird. They fly. I think you should let your bird fly around. I think you should let your bird exercise like that. I don't know, like the way I view it is kind of like, imagine if you were literally never allowed to walk around except for on a treadmill. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird to me. I feel like that's not... I don't think that can be mentally healthy. I don't know, maybe I'm being too emotional about it or something, but it's like, yeah, your bird should be allowed to be a bird and not a decoration. I agree. It's a fucking bird, man. Let it fly.
Like getting their nails cut, they will not sit still. They will bite, they will scratch, they will kick, they will, you know, hurt you. And some people have to resort to laying their bunny down for a nail trim. And I've always said, like, it should be a last resort, and the nail trim should be very, very quickly. You should not have them in that position for a prolonged period of time.
Gosh, I'm on a tangent here. Playdates, not cute at any second, because these rabbits have not been bonded correctly.
This is about to be the stupidest.
They could fight, scrap, and cause a lot of injuries.
You should never take your dog to the dog park because you don't know if potentially like another dog is gonna attack them. Yeah, man. You know what? You should never take your animal to the vet because you don't know if you're gonna get hit by oncoming traffic. You should never go to the store to buy food for your rabbit, because what if on your way to the store somebody runs a red light and hits you, and now somebody else is gonna have to take care of your rabbit for you, and you don't know if the rabbit's gonna go to a good home. Ah!
And one final thing, Lennon is a single bunny. I get it, some rabbits might be unbondable, or you might not have the space or the time or whatever, but it's very clear that apparently Lennon can bond with other rabbits because of the play dates. She has space, she has time.
Yeah, don't feed them either, they might choke.
And as an animal, well, rabbit advocate, you should know your rabbit would probably be best bonded. Me personally, I think
some rabbits don't bond with other rabbits. This is like a very common, like, haha, gotcha with rabbits. And a few species where it's like, oh, the rabbits do better in pairs, and so you not keeping your rabbit with another rabbit, like that's inhumane. Like, you're being selfish. You're trying to monopolize your rabbit. You're scared that if they have a friend that they won't want to spend time with you or whatever. It's like, how many rabbits have you owned? How many rabbits have you been around? Some rabbits kill other rabbits. I have tried for years to get Picora to stop being an asshole. So yeah, this one like does hit a little bit close to home for me, where it's like I do get like that peg of like, oh man, maybe I am doing something wrong. But I have had 2 different vets tell me, you know, it's just the reality of the situation sometimes. You just can't always get the clip that. No, my rabbit Picora! My rabbit Picora! Pecco! Not the VTuber! I have tried. I've had 2 different vets tell me Pecco might just not want to get along with other rabbits. That's just what that's just how it is sometimes. Pecco is a fucking asshole. And that's just how it is. And then another situation here is some people don't have the space for 2 rabbits. Some people, like, they don't have the resources. They don't have the money for an extra vet bill. They don't have the time for a second rabbit. And you could be like, oh, well then you shouldn't have you shouldn't have a rabbit at all. And it's like, I don't agree. I don't agree. I would say, like, in general, if most people are like, oh yeah, I just don't want a second rabbit, it's like that can be a red flag. But it's also just such a extreme, I guess, to go to. Oh, like, oh, well, you're not. You don't have to. That means that. I don't know. She's complaining about play dates. Now she's complaining that the rabbit is alone. Seems like she's complaining just to complain. Yeah. City in the queue. I keep Pecco in a cage. Clip this now.
It's a bit of a selfish thing. I don't want to be mean about it, but I personally think she has less.
As someone that didn't have time for pets, it was less cruel to have pairs of pets, but it's better to just not have a pet at all if you don't have time. I think this is like a weird area. Because I feel like if you don't have time for 2 pets, it's not necessarily that you don't have time for a pet. I think time for 2 pets has a deeper meaning than that. Because when you're spending time with your animals, right? If you have 1 rabbit, I have 2 rabbits, but if you have 1 rabbit, then you have like the time to focus your attention on that rabbit, right? And learn all of its behaviors, and there's less variables to work with where you'll be like, oh, okay, well, my rabbit likes to destroy these things, and so here's like how I can fix that situation, and here's how this rabbit like how much they eat. Versus if you have 2 rabbits, now you have to pay more attention, right? You have to be... It takes more time to learn the nuances of each animal. Where it's like, okay, the food bowl is not as empty as it usually is. Now I have to find out, like, which rabbit is the one that's not eating. Right? And it's like, okay, let me try, like, giving them treats. Okay, well, they're both taking treats. Okay, well, why is one not eating the food? You know, it's like, it's not just time spent, like, playing with the rabbits. It's time spent properly learning your animals. Paved debate, thank you. Would you care for an ostrich for a year for $1 million? Yeah, I used to have an emu. I don't want to be mean about it, bro. You just judged every little thing. Yeah, this girl is just trying to drag Lorelai for content. It's more than just twice the work, yeah. People were the same about my chinchilla. She grew up alone, and I spent most of my days inside at my PC with her anyway, but some people kept telling me I was doing it wrong.
Lennon,
Oh, wait, you had an emu. I did. I had an emu.
As a lonely bunny so that she can have Lennon all
What was it like? It was really cute, and it followed me around everywhere.
to herself. Now, if you got this far in the video, thank you so
what
much.
Did she
this
say?
is my so that she can have Lennon. I personally think she has Lennon as a lonely bunny so that she can have Lennon all to herself. Now, if you got
this is definitely a child.
This far in the video, thank you so much. This is my longest video like ever.
That's pretty much the end of it. I don't even know where to start. So I have made an in-depth video on Lennon being a single rabbit. I will put that in the iCard. That probably answers all your questions. And then I've also made a video talking about all the advantages to having
Human
2
child,
bunnies.
yeah.
So there's this huge misconception that I'm anti 2 bunnies or that I'm anti bonding bunnies, which is not the case at all.
Ryan, thank you. I had this conversation with my ex once who had like 6 cats, and she looked at me like I'm a lunatic. Like, you were calling out that she's not really gonna like having 6 cats, she might not be able to properly know her animals.
But I will.
What do you mean? What do you mean I can't just have 6 cats?
Link those in the iCard. Listen, there's plenty of people with single buns. I would say probably like half the population of domestic bunnies as pets are probably single buns. The other half are probably bonded. Again, I broke all of this down in...
Pop watches TV while driving. Wait, I'm getting distracted.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet. This police officer was caught watching TV while driving.
Oh my god, he's on a motorcycle too. Bro,
The emergency automatic braking system on this car is kind of crazy.
Oh! Why do people do this shit? Oh my god. Why are they running? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck?
They found a really bouncy sign in the wind.
Ugh, scary. Elephant looked mad, yeah. Could've gone worse, yeah. They're running because they didn't address him. Oh my god!
This is the coolest video footage of an avalanche that you will ever see.
Oh, scary! Okay, I got so distracted. Oh my god.
Melayang sangat cukup dekat di background saya.
Oh my god, it doesn't even look real.
Bebatuan ini berakhir sampai mana?
It doesn't even look real, chat.
Baik teman-teman yang menanyakan atau request ya.
Oh my god.
Ada batu.
This gas station had a glitch and was giving out gallons of gas just for a few pennies.
How do I get this?
7 cents. I just got 17 gallons of gas for 33 cents.
Bro, I would start filling up containers, bro.
Don't tell anybody.
I have no idea how, but he somehow made it this far in life without having a brain.
The gallons.
This is easily the scariest Halloween decoration.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm. What the fuck? Oh! Ew, what the fuck, dude? Ew! I've seen somebody do that.
They just got some new floors
Wait, and they went the wrong way.
installed,
Incredible.
and I think something might be wrong.
Oh my god. Terrifying.
Okay, come back this way.
What the fuck? Bunny! I hate eating noises though. I'm sorry. I'm gonna turn the volume off. No!
Or when.
Actually, that's abuse.
Happy birthday, dear Fairy.
This has to be the flattest foot I've ever seen.
Okay, so hers is arch, mine are flat. It's not. I mean, yeah, it's flat because it's called flat, but it's not weird.
Okay.
It's
That
not
was very
weird.
flat.
It's normal.
This is Halloween. Recuérdame. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
This car changes color depending on what window you look through, but the weird thing is, none of the other cars change color.
You have to explain that
Huh?
3 times.
Red? Oh, wait. Oh. Whoa! It wants to eat it. Sure. Oh, cat is helpful.
Have you ever heard an owl sneeze?
No.
A few days ago, this crazy meteor was spotted flying over Russia.
I would own an owl. I don't care what anyone says. I would own an owl.
His sister told him that she didn't want a strict dress code for her wedding, so he showed up like this.
T-Rex outfit? Oh, Batman. Hell yeah. Oh! Creepy!
Here's a really cool time lapse of a spider building a web.
Rana Usagi, thank you for the raid! Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Pippa. I got distracted by a daily dose of internet video. We were talking
This
about
person
animals.
spotted
though.
this car driving around without any tires.
They got tires in the front.
This is what it feels like to be
fixer-upper. I won't take any less than 13,000.
in a giant locust swarm.
I love it when you're on Facebook Marketplace and people will say, lowest I'll go is 13,000. Not taking any offers. OBO. You're like, what? Did you write that without like processing what you wrote down? Did you just do it based on like impulse? Yeah, what do you think OBO means? I don't think they know what it means. What do they think it means?
What do cats call a nice meal? What do they call a nice meal? A fancy feast.
This is probably the
What the
craziest birthday
fuck?
cake trend I've ever seen.
I can't have VTuber type expressions. Whoa, money. What the fuck? What the fuck? How much
These
money
dollars
is
got
that?
too close to a manatee.
What the fuck was that?
This dad caught his son trying to sneak back in after sneaking out during the night.
Dude, Pretty, thank you for the gift. Thank you.
Hi.
Oh. Aw.
Why don't you try the door?
These guys were out fishing in the alligator-infested waters of Alabama when these kittens spotted their boat. So the kittens jumped from the shore and swam all the way to their boat.
Oh, there's more, Jason. I just seen a kitten jump on the ground.
That's so sad.
Don't scratch me.
Oh.
They're twins.
These might look like ordinary doors, but they're not.
Ooh, what the hell?
Poor little guy got scared by a rock.
What the fuck is that, bro? Oh, man.
This guy thought of a smart way to work smarter instead of harder.
Hell yeah. The panda's so cute, yeah. Is this really easier? Aww. That's so
A few
cute.
years ago, this tree trimmer had the ride of his life.
Ay, Dios santo. A la verga, compa.
This giant avalanche happened right next to their camp in India.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Chad. Looney Tunes shit, yeah.
Jesus.
I would be afraid to be here.
I was
would have to
recently in
start
New
running
York
up
City,
a
and I
different
recorded this really
mountain.
cool video of the New York City skyline. That is
pretty.
the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon.
Haters will look at this and say dystopia. Okay. Five baby bunnies were left to die in the park. We found a mom. This is also from Lennon the Bunny.
Okay, so people had been posting on Instagram about all these stray domestic rabbits that had been dumped at South LA Wetland
Why can't this happen near me? I'll go save the bunnies.
Park. Some said that they had seen up to 6 bunnies. Now, I had
Nothing happened in the country.
never been here before, but I had been warned not to go during dawn and dusk because it becomes a very sketchy park. So thankfully, I had 2 volunteers, Megan and Yuri, join me, and this is how it went.
The bunnies at the park are free.
Hi guys.
Come here. Hi.
Are you okay with being on camera?
Sure.
Okay.
Right here.
Are you okay? Sorry, are you
I'm
good
fine,
with
I'm
being on
fine,
camera? Okay. Okay.
Man.
What do we have going on? Oh my. Oh my
The
god.
rabbits get eaten in the countryside. Yeah, I think that's what it is, unironically.
Oh wait, it's like right there. That one's like very obviously domestic.
One of my friends from the city, she said how much she wants to see a deer. She's never seen a deer just out and around. And it really, I don't know, it really surprised me because it's like the other night I went outside and there were deer in the front yard. And it's like, I don't know, not even that rural. Never seen a highway. Well, I don't think she's ever seen like deer alive around the highway. Deer are still cute. I like seeing squirrels. I like seeing a dog. Yeah, they're everywhere constantly. They're just chill. Deer can be really scary. Cause it's like you'll go outside, you're like, oh man, forgot to check the mail. Fuck, okay, I guess I'll go do it. And you go to check the mail and like the floodlights come on or whatever. And the deer all fucking scatter and you're like, ah! Oh my god! Or maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. It's scary though, hearing noises in the dark coming from your yard.
Exactly. This is the one that my friends. Well, they're not running away.
Yeah. That happened to me the other night when I took my dog out.
Yeah, they're not running away, so I think we might be able to catch them, you guys.
Oh, they're so cute. Why can't this happen to me? I'll take the rabbit home.
We'll be able to catch them without needing a lot of stuff. This guy seems the most like willing to participate, but I mean, it's such an open space. I don't think we're going to be able to build trust in it.
I hate it when I go out in the morning and there are like 6 deer all staring at me. I get like that like movie, like horror movie fear, right? Where it's like, oh man, this deer is looking at me a little bit too much. It's about to turn into a Wendigo and kill me and drag me into the burn pile where it has made a nest.
Okay. Lennon the bunny to the rescue.
Real. That's oddly specific. Not really.
Now, I know you're probably thinking,
you guys ever go up into the mountains and you see like the big logging piles? Like the big piles of trees? And you're like, bro, something lives in there. I know it. I don't know what, but something lives in there. Something evil.
Thinking, oh, why don't you just grab the bunny? This was just me testing the waters to see how social the rabbit actually was. And if you guys watch our channel regularly, then you know that rabbits are very skittish. It was close, but I don't want to... Where did he go? I don't want to traumatize him.
I saw it like 2 weeks ago, I think, one dead over there.
No!
I come almost every day to one around over here. So some people that it feeds the rabbits and everything, they told me that at night cat comes over here and does try to get them.
Aw, the bunnies.
God. Keep feeding it to gain its trust.
Aww. What the hell are they feeding
let
it?
Me take it really
Is that a
quick.
taquito?
Can we unzip the carrier?
Oh, I think it's like a squash or something. What the fuck?
Shit. Oh, we were not expecting that.
Aww.
Oh my gosh.
I'm hungry. Mango. Is Mango okay? It's gotta be banana. In there. Oh yeah, it is banana. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're so gentle.
Oh, we gotta like... Can you put it all the way back in there and then close it as fast as possible?
I think you just gotta scoop them in, bro.
Just let him get in first. Let him get in first.
I'm not so gentle, I'm afraid.
Oh, look, this one. Here, come here.
At this point, I would be like, all right, you're getting in the carrier. Like, I'm sorry. I'm too... Maybe I'm too forceful, but I'd be like, you're right there. I'm gonna minimize the time that we all have to go through this. You're getting in. You're getting in. No patience? Well, there's other rabbits they have to go after as well.
Oh my gosh!
Bunnies gonna have heart attacks if they're spooked. They'll be fine.
Oh my gosh! Yay! High five,
Yoink.
Yuri! Good job, baby!
They did a good job though.
Oh my gosh!
Maybe I should be more patient.
For sure.
I can tell something's wrong with its eye.
Oh my god. He looks so sick. He looks really scrawny. The front of his face is like... It looks inflamed.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We got a second one, guys. We couldn't film that one, but we have two in this carrier now. Oh.
As you can see, these two were the most
Probably like fleas or something, I guess. An infection?
social out of the group. They came to us, but the remaining bunnies were very difficult to catch.
Oh my god.
I already knew that I was gonna have to go back possibly a second or a third time.
Filming.
It's going to be really interesting to see, are they neutered, right? Are they neutered?
There's no way these
One
bunnies
of
are
them
neutered.
has like an eye situation.
Well, you're certainly not neutered, that's
Jesus.
for sure.
Jesus
And
Christ.
yes, I see the scratch on your eye.
So my friend Kat, who volunteers at the shelter, was able to pass these bunnies on to LA Animal Rescue. So I'm gonna link all their information in the description
Bunnies
below.
in the park are free. True.
The following day, I returned again with Yuri.
So you're from Japan.
Yes, I am.
And you have two bunnies.
I have two bunnies, and I learned everything from your videos. I think I've watched everything, every single of them, like 2-3 times.
Oh my!
Like I even took
Aw.
some screenshots.
Oh my
I'm
god!
like, how to make it bunny proof and all that stuff. Yeah, it's good.
Oh!
I love it. I'm a huge fan. Okay, you're
But
making
no,
me
not the free bunnies. It's how they get you.
No. I really appreciate that. I'm so glad that you're able to join us on this rescue mission.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we had no luck this day. The rabbits were extremely skittish. And as I mentioned, this was a pretty scary neighborhood. And there was a lot of police activity. I got a text from Yuri about a man with a gun nearby. So we went home, basically. It was not safe to stay at that park. So day 3, I recruited my dear friend Vicky.
Where in LA isn't scary? I don't know, man.
From Adopt a Bunny Rabbit Rescue. And she and I have caught many stray bunnies together. But of course,
When I was on my way back from San Diego, my fucking GPS routed me through LA for some reason. Like, it had me get off the highway, go through town, and then get on another highway. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why did you do that in LA? GPS, why did you do that in LA? I don't want to drive around in LA. And the creepy part about it, so this was at like, this was in like the middle of the night. Maybe to avoid a traffic jam, maybe. It was the middle of the night and it was dead empty. There were like no cars out at all in LA. It was just like these massive roads, like these fucking 8-lane roads with nobody around. It was so creepy. The GPS was trying to get you. It's spooky. It is spooky. It's got like an uncanny feeling to it because you're like, the roads should not be this big. The roads here should not be this big, and the fact that they're this big and they're so empty it's eerie. It's very eerie.
of course, on this day, it was pouring rain.
Like schools at night,
absolutely
yeah.
frigid,
Same vibe.
which did not help our cause.
And of course it starts raining, you guys. Like, it's raining really hard right now.
Liminal LA, yeah. Abandon the back roads.
You better not eat the bunnies. You hear me?
Just a little
Okay,
rabbit
so
that's
after a couple hours,
Does it
we
tell that you-
finally were able to condition.
Why would you let the Wendigos nest on your property? I don't! McLexing you. Way back in the day, I misread my map quest printout and drove through Cabrini Green in Chicago. I don't even know what that
the
is. Is
black
it bad?
bunny to view this trap as a source of food. It took several attempts because the bunny did not trust this trap. I don't blame him. But it's funny how with video editing, it all seems so quick and easy. But I'm telling you, you guys, it's like watching paint dry, trying to get a bunny to finally go in the trap.
Aw. Don't move though. I feel like we need to let him like get in further.
Oh,
yes.
Aww.
Oh my god.
Sadly, we weren't able to catch the other two that we saw. I mean, you can see the hiding spaces were very complicated.
There.
I wonder if you could put a
Cleaning
trap up at one of the entrances and like try and chase him into it. Like it'd probably scare him pretty bad.
Oh, he's shaking.
It's okay,
Oh,
buddy.
he's
It's
so
okay.
scared.
Don't be scared. It's okay. Poor guy. I wonder he didn't trust the trap. He was right not to. This is good for him.
Fleas or mites on her. I mean, I'm not looking everywhere, but she looks pretty good.
I wish I could pick up my rabbits. My rabbits do not like to be held. They'll jump on you if you like sit down. But they don't want to be held. Pekko will freak out and Baby Princess gets stressed. On the electric boogaloo, thank you. I like OG pink and blue pajama model Pippa passport. Thank you.
Again, just like
being
the
held?
first two bunnies, this one is going to LA Animal Rescue, and I will link all their...
I think because, like, I got them when they were young, right? I think because I didn't handle them enough, I was so scared. It's weird to think that this was, like, 2 or 3 years ago now. But I was so scared to handle them. I was like, I don't want to make them uncomfortable. I don't want to, like, scare them. I don't want to traumatize them or anything. So I didn't handle them. I only ever pet them and let them hop on me. And I regret that. I wish when when I first got them, I wish I had handled them more. I wish I had desensitized them a bit more to everything. So part of me is tempted to get like a younger rabbit and handle them a lot so that they do end up more tame. Like it's not okay. Pekko is pretty feral. Baby Princess is very, very sweet. Baby Princess will run right up to you to be pet. Pekko wants to be pet sometimes, but he very much likes to do his own thing. But Baby Princess is like you can pet her as much as you want. She loves the attention. She loves to hang out with you. If I was gonna get a baby rabbit, it would have to be like somebody's accidental litter. I don't wanna buy from a breeder. The only way I can justify buying from a breeder is maybe getting like a Flemish Giant, just because they're so specific. Like you can't accidentally get like a Flemish Giant, really.
Information in the description below. So day 4, guys. This time a volunteer named James.
How bad are rabbit breeders in general? In my opinion, what's wrong with breeders? Okay, it's the same issue like with dogs. I don't have an issue with breeding dogs as working animals for specific purposes, right? I think some breeds of dogs, you know, like they serve a purpose, like border collies, Belgian Malinois, Dachshunds. Like there's some breeds of dogs where like it makes sense to keep that bloodline alive, and then like some breeds of dogs are like culturally significant, right? So even if they're not necessarily like serving some sort of practical purpose, like I feel like culturally it makes sense to keep the breed alive because of like what they represent. Borzois, yeah, I think like Borzois, there's like that hairless Mexican dog breed. There's a few breeds of dogs where it's like, okay, like I understand. Rabbits, There's a few breeds of rabbits where it's like, okay, this makes sense. You know, like they're meat rabbits, like Flemish giants. Like that makes sense. Some people breed lion head rabbits or Angora rabbits. I don't think lion heads is much for it, but they breed Angora rabbits, for example, for their wool. They're a resource animal. So I think it makes sense. I probably disagree with Leaded on this. Apparently I've watched this video. Oh wait, no, it's just skipping. I probably disagree with Lorelai on this. I'm sure Lorelai, if I remember correctly, like her take is, you know, like should be eating rabbits, shouldn't be using them for resources. But personally, I believe in animals serving as a utility. Like, they don't have to be utilities. Like, my rabbits don't do anything other than make me happy. They don't serve any sort of purpose beyond that. Like, here's somebody that, like, turns their Angora rabbit fur into yarn. They're spinning it. Well, that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. I don't necessarily agree with breeding rabbits just for appearances. I feel like if they don't serve some sort of like practical purpose like this, I don't think it really makes sense to me anyways. There's a lot of different breeds of rabbits. There's like Holland Lops, there's Netherland Dwarf, there's Rex, there's Hotots, there's like all kinds of different breeds of rabbits, and most of them, it's just like a cosmetic thing. And a lot of the people that are breeding these rabbits, you know, they're chasing like show ribbons. They're not necessarily preserving anything. They're not creating any sort of utility. They're just doing it like for fun. Same as dog breeders. Yeah, same as I'd say the majority of people that breed dogs. The majority of people that breed dogs are not doing it because they're seeking anything utilitarian or really anything like that. A lot of people breed their dogs because they're like, oh, well, I'm gonna be really sad when my dog dies, and it'll make me happy if I have a puppy from that dog, so that way, like, I always have like a piece of that dog still or whatever. And it's like, bro, or like financial gain. Yeah, a lot of people do it just for financial gain. It's like, that's not all breeders. It's not all breeders. There's plenty of breeders that I think are ethical, but manifesting their aesthetic vibes via pet rabbits, yeah. It's like rabbits are one of those things where it's like there's so many that need homes. There's so many that, like, this is not like, this is not something that's ever like really gonna disappear, right? So it doesn't make sense to me to breed rabbits just for aesthetics when like there's already just such a overpopulation of them. That video is still going. It's looping. Well, yeah. Angora, go. The English lop. These guys can develop sores on their ears and have to have their ears amputated. I do not like this breed of rabbit. This breed of rabbit is not ideal, in my opinion.
Joined us. As you can see, it takes a village and lots of tools. A lot of the attempts really consist of building trust with the bunnies, which can be exhausting. there are times when you just want to give up.
Yeah, so yummy. That's yummy.
Lots of health
This one has
issues,
a
yeah.
nose infection too.
It's kind of how I view like breeds of dogs as well. I feel like with pugs, right? I don't think pugs should exist. I don't think there's any ethicality to pugs. Oh my god!
And you just want to go home sometimes, and you're hungry and you're frustrated, but you wait and then bam.
Nice!
It's like, okay, we got one. Let's stay a little longer.
We have ruined the pug. We have ruined pugs.
And
what do you mean they love
another.
you? That doesn't mean you should make more pugs. I don't think you're like I don't think it's like, oh, you shouldn't give a pug a home because that dog shouldn't exist. But I don't think you should buy pugs from breeders. Because you're creating more demand for that market. And that market, in my opinion, shouldn't exist. And it's the same thing with a lot of these rabbit breeds. It's like a lot of these breeds of rabbits don't need to exist.
Vicky, we got him.
Yeah, some of them are really fucking cute.
Hey guys, hi.
Some of them are really cool looking, but it doesn't matter. Why are you making more of these?
So we can set it up again.
So these remaining bunnies are going to adopt a bunny rabbit rescue, which is the rescue Vicky runs. I was able to find a foster, thankfully, to take them in. This is them in their new foster home.
Yo, G13 month, brah. Hell yeah, brah.
And you guys, we're just missing this last little guy with blue eyes. He's so beautiful, but he will not let us catch him. He's not even enticed by treats or anything. This is definitely the most difficult of all the bunnies. So there was a total of 6, and we have rescued 5 so far. I do have a foster home waiting for him. It's just a matter of catching him, but I'm on it.
We're thank you, man. I miss my childhood rabbits and Juggernaut and cheese
on
wheel.
it, and I just wanted to put this video out to help fundraise so we can get these babies.
AKC is one of the worst organizations in my opinion. They have ruined so many breeds. I don't like AKC. I don't like AKC. I don't like CKC, and I think the other one is OKC or something like that. I don't like any of those. I don't like any of that shit. I feel like if people are passionate about a breed of dog, you know, they can create their own communities around creating like breed standards and stuff. I think it's weird to have like any sort of like official organization that defines what the ideal version of what one of these animals looks like.
Spayed and neutered and the proper medical care, as well as
what breed of rabbit is Pippa's 3D model based on? So I have a story about that I don't think I've ever told it. I asked management a very, very long time ago, like when I first became Pippa and received the appearance of Pippa. I was like, can I have an alternate version and be an Arctic hare? And Sakana was like, well, the animals in Faye's world wouldn't be the same animals as we have on Earth. So you should be a Faye's world rabbit. And I was like, bruh! Back when we used to care about lore. So yeah, originally...
These fluffy balls of cuteness are the Arctic hares, and as their name
originally
suggests,
I
they
thought,
are native
oh,
to
I
the
should be one of
Arctic.
these.
And they are not just cute to look at, but also incredibly resilient and adaptable creatures. They are well adapted to the
Arctic
cold,
hare
with
outfit
thick fur
win. Maybe I
coats
should
that
do it
change
now.
color from brown in the summer.
But yeah, so this was my idea. I was like, oh, this will be my like summer version. This will be like me when it's not cold, and then I can get like an alt outfit for when it is cold, and I'll be like more like a regular Arctic hare. MK6 Rabbit, thank you. Fishman said, nah. Togobongo, thank you. Damn it, Fishman, you robbed us of
Too
peak.
white in the winter, providing camouflage in their snowy surroundings.
Why is it brown? Its fur turns brown in the summer in order to blend in with the rocks. Because if a rabbit is bright white amongst the no longer snow-covered mountains, then
their agility and speed also make them
a lot easier to
incredibly
identify.
hard to catch. Also, their hind feet are large and furry, which act as snowshoes to help them move through deep snow. They are herbivores, and their diet primarily consists of mosses, lichens, and low-lying vegetation. They can also
Cool that their
dig
coat
through the
changes,
snow
yeah.
to find food during the winter months. They are truly fascinating creatures that have
Pippa winter
mastered
model.
survival in one of the harshest environments on Earth.
I've been tempted. I've seen other members of Phase Connect commission unique models, and I have an upcoming chibi model that I'll tease a bit. I have an upcoming chibi model for... There's a game that I really like, and so I asked for a model, like a chibi model that like reflects the game. Eldorado Eduardo, thank you. What I gather is what he really said. Sorry, we can't make you white, Pippa. What the hell? But maybe I could get like an unofficial, like alt version of myself. Maybe it'd just have to be like 3D or something. I could have like a 3D version of me. I don't know. It'd be like like this. 2.0 was kind of overdue. Don't even get me started, man. Don't even get me started. Now I'm angry. Why did you make me think about that? Why did you make me think about that, bro?
Adopted, and as usual, to demonstrate not to dump your bunnies out in the wild. If anybody is interested in adopting or fostering, I'm going to put all the information down below.
Your 1.0 still rocks though, thank you. Your Shipkin, not 2.0. No, Shipkin is an alt outfit. Remember when Pippa lost her 1.0 and just did Shippa for a while? I mean, I was under the assumption back then that like I would be getting a 2.0 soon enough, so it was okay to use nothing but Shippa for a while, but... Yeah, Shipkin has same rig. Yeah. Man, I don't even want to get on that topic. Anyways. You're just bunny cafes. That's a fat fucking rabbit. Aww, oh, so cute! Aw. Wait, I should be careful with reacting to channels like this. I got a copyright strike for a cat cafe video. Wait, Japan Day Tripper decided to go streaming, like do streaming full time. Do you think I could pay him for like rabbit cafe footage and stuff? Could I commission him? It sucks like having coworkers in Japan where I want to ask them, I want to be like, can you go get like footage of this or that? But I would have to like super scrub the footage and everything and be like very paranoid to not like accidentally reveal anything. Like no face reveals by accident. He'd probably say yes. If he's doing like content creation full time. Yeah, he already has a face cam, so it'd work, yeah. Why not use a Kapipi to boot? Kapiponomics are real. Think he'd agree? Lillian does that with her editor? Could work. I'm gonna message him right now. I'm gonna message him right now. Because it seems like a good lineup of events, right? Like, hold on. Can I send you to locations and pay you for footage of them? Person Braden, thank you. How do you get a copyright on a cat cafe? Man, I don't know. I don't know. Make it a collab. I don't know if that would be possible. I don't know if that would be possible. I think it'd be easier to just pay him for the footage. A lot of places in Japan, like, in order to live stream in them, you have to book out the entire place. Even for filming, some of them, in order to film at the locations, you have to book the entire location out. Just pay him for walk around footage, much simpler, yeah. Laws in Japan are different than US, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to be an Arctic hare. What is with these weird fucking AI videos? What the hell, man? What the fuck? What is that? Help! Brave Arctic hare calls for help. Giant egg parasite removed from polar bear. Bro, what the fuck? Thanks for saving and helping. Do people think this is real? Thank you for saving. Oh my god. Oh my god. Chad, what the fuck? Oh my god. AI was a mistake. AI was a mistake. What the fuck? Oh my god, the flamethrower? Ew, what the fuck? What the fuck, chat? Bro, what the hell is this? Oh my fucking god. Plague rabbit, this is my origin story. This is my lore video, chat. I pray for the meteor. Tenma! No, Tenma! She's being eaten alive! Don't worry, Tenma, I'll help you. Come with me, humans. 𝐏𝐴𝐴𝐴. Film the race at Tokyo Racecourse if you want it. Yeah, I want it! Well, hold on, I have to help Tenma first. Yeah, human, pour the green goop on the Tenma. Now the orange goop. Yeah, now use the ice scraper on the goop. Hell yeah. That was beautiful. Is this real footage? I think this is real footage. This is so cute. I don't know if it's real footage. You know what? I can't tell anymore. AI? Not real? Why do you guys say not real? The sound effects don't sound real. Person Brain, thank you. Have you seen the Coke AI ad? Yeah. Sound makes me think AI. Too smooth. It's longer than 6 seconds, so it's very likely real. I think it is real, because I think that's another angle from the same videographer.
The nimble Arctic hare. These fluffy speedsters are built for extreme agility in the snowy terrain. With powerful hind legs, they can make impressive leaps and dashes, outmaneuvering predators in the blink of an eye.
Chat, should my official species be an Arctic hare? Snowshoe hare? Is there a difference between snowshoe hare and Arctic hare? There's one that like stands up and looks really funny when it does. My brain just... Oh, okay, yeah, snowshoe hares are smaller. It looks like... It looks like snowshoe hares are smaller. Aww. Hair today, gone tomorrow. Fishman was wrong in the first place. Become an Arctic hare. Snowshoe hares are cuter, but Arctic hares are a little bit more ominous looking, I think. Unless I'm crazy and they really are just the same species. Well, I guess here they kind of look the same. Not Tenma's like your official species, cutest, duh. So cute and edible. What? Arctic hare. Standing. I wish there was like a video of it. Aw. Windy. Virgin Reaper, thank you. So Fishman phased you into existence, yeah.
Okay, look, there are massive amounts of snow everywhere.
Ow, it's ice underneath.
Hello, button.
Hello. Hello. Ah! I don't think you should throw your rabbit! You seemed very chill with it, but... I tried giving my rabbit snow. Oh, I don't like that they're throwing their rabbit. What if they like it? It doesn't matter if the rabbit thinks that it likes it, because you can seriously hurt your rabbit doing that. They're not like cats. They don't have self-balancing like that. And their bodies aren't made for falling like that. They're not arboreal. They're not they don't climb stuff. They don't do that. And they're not like this kind of rabbit is domesticated, so it's also not built for like living up in the mountains and jumping up and down on rocks and shit. Not built for high-speed impacts, no. If they can't climb, they're not designed to fall. True. Wants to burrow, yeah. Very cute bunny though. Because it jumps on the other rabbit. Yeah, I noticed the rabbit itself did that. It was not thrown. I noticed the distance there was not several feet. This is from 15 years ago, that's crazy. I'm gonna dislike it though. Cute rabbit. But also it looked like their rabbits live outside and I don't like them throwing their bunny. Tesla Model 3 autopilot hits deer. No! Iori! Oh my god! What the fuck? Autopilot did not react at all to the deer standing in the highway. I was paying attention and manually hit the brakes just before impact. The autopilot didn't do anything? It was all this guy braking? That's crazy. That's crazy. Disturbing moments caught on live stream footage. I'm getting distracted again. Oh my god, it's already been 2.5 hours? Autopilot is only cameras. Autopilot deactivated 0.3 seconds before impact. The Tesla said I can take him. That's crazy. That's crazy. Rescuing bunny. I can't stop thinking about bunnies. I want to get a friend for baby princess, and I've been trying. Oh man, here's another one of Lorelai to wanna rescue. Hopefully she's okay with me showing her footage.
Told the bunny was
If not, I can take the stream down.
Like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Wait, this video is so quiet though.
Said she had spotted the rabbit and offered.
Never mind. Too quiet. So I guess this guy was saying that he got a bunch of bunnies. I wonder what he's gonna do with them. Is he gonna like gradually rehome them? Wait, this video is kind of funny. It's fucked up, but funny. Okay, here's why you shouldn't let your cat be outside. Here's why you shouldn't leave your cat outside, chat. He's so confused. I feel so bad for him. I was hungry. He has no survival instincts. I mean, he's taking shelter. Oh. Oh, poor kitten. Oh my god. The death stare before jumping off. Yeah, bro is seething. Bro is fucking seething. I paid $150 to save this dying rabbit. I'm about to sound like a monster because I can predict what's gonna happen here.
I am just out here rescuing all of these animals, what feels like pretty much every single week. On today's video, we are actually going to be rescuing a bunny. Now, this situation is a little bit different, and it also kind of goes against what I've always preached to you guys, and that's to never, ever, ever support pet stores, especially when it comes to purchasing live animals from them. I had visited the first
I disagree with this. I disagree with this. I think there are some pet stores that are ethical. Hear me out. Some pet stores, what they do is they do like adoption programs. So they'll get animals from like rescues and shelters, and or they'll take in animals from like people that can't take care of them anymore. And they'll then sell them after like bringing their care back up to standard. You know, they're not buying from mills and reselling. They're like taking in animals that need homes. And shadow imagery, thank you. Here we see screaming 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐻, or the Pippa in her natural habitat, when she sees a chatter says something stupid, she rants uncontrollably.
Location where I filmed at for the undercover series of pet stores and exposing their care. I was in the area with a friend. We were at the mall. And I was like, you know what? It's close by. Let's take a drive.
Was it PetSmart or Petco that recently started getting in jumping spiders, and they didn't teach their employees how to take care of jumping spiders, and the jumping spiders are all wild caught. So they keep getting in jumping spiders that are gravid, meaning the female jumping spiders lay eggs in the containers, and then they end up with a bunch of jumping spiders. For becoming a baby. Thanks for giving me laughs, smiles, and inspiration over 2 years and a half. Your self-improvement arc has always been a joy to see. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I don't like that YouTube changed it to be handles again. I wish there was a way to change it back to display names.
I want to see what's happening over there. Are the animals that I saw the first time still there? Is there new animals? Is there new species? What is going on over there? So I took a drive with my friend. I, of course, recorded the entire thing for you guys.
That was a tarantula cat vid, right? Yes, it was, Corny! You have good taste.
To expose again and give you guys kind of an update. Posted them to my Instagram story, but my findings that day have led to this video for one particular reason. So let's go ahead, roll those clips, and I'll meet you guys here back in a second.
I got the buns.
Dad, I got more rabbits. Look at these babies, and
Aww.
Is that a pig? It's literally a pig. Why is there a pig
Dude,
here?
$170 fucking dollars for a rabbit? That is insane. That's insane. $170. You can get a purebred rabbit for like $40 where I live. That's fucking insane. You can get like purebred show rabbits for $40 where I live.
Pig here.
Also, these enclosures are whack. Anybody being able to reach in and infect these animals with their fucking gross ass diseases.
You don't really look that well, Missy. Hi. Andy, look at him.
Oh my god. Why does he look like that? What the fuck? Aquadile, thank you. It was PetSmart. Honestly sucks that Corporal has us keep so many animals on standby. $400 for a cockatiel, by the way? That's ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. I'm not immune. Okay? To getting an animal from a pet store. There have been times where I have been very, very tempted. And I do still have like that bit of hypocrisy where it's like if I see an animal that I like really, really connect with and it's attainable to me, then like I will get it. Because there have been moments. There's this one green cheek conure that was at a PetSmart like years ago, and I still think about this green cheek. He was so sweet. He would like hop up and down like the length of the tank following you. And like roll on his back, and he was really cute. Like he really wanted to like interact, and I still think about that bird. And it's like to this day I regret not picking him up. Because he was absolutely wonderful. But it has to be like a very special animal for me to be like, okay, impulse buy.
Good. Oh. This one looks really sick, Anne. Yeah,
Is this mange? Why does he look like this? Maybe he's like a mix between two breeds? The salad, thank you. Ponko, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Pippa. We're just talking about animals.
Hey, bud.
This is somebody who's about to buy a rabbit from a pet store because it's fucked up.
Hi.
He's got eye goop.
So yeah, as you guys could see from the looks of that rabbit, he is not well whatsoever. I cannot believe that the pet store is selling an actively sick animal for $140.
This is just insane. This is insane. $140. I'm serious. I can get a purebred rabbit for $40. I can go online right now and I could get one. And it'll be healthy, and it'll be like from a breeder, which is not ideal, but like what the fuck?
Insanity. When you guys go through a rescue or a shelter, first off, fraction of a cost to actually adopt a rabbit. And then mind you,
Okay, I don't know about a fraction of the cost. I don't know about that, bro. A fraction? A lot of shelters have rehoming fees between $100 and $200 because in that price is like all the veterinary work on the animal and the animal being spayed and neutered. So I don't know about a fraction of the price. Yeah, 9/10 is still a fraction.
they already come vaccinated, they already come spayed, they already come neutered, they already come healthy.
The shelter here charges $350 to $400. Jesus
Which is what
Christ.
I'm sure most people would want when they're buying an animal. Actually, 2 weeks ago from this same location, I got word of someone actually had purchased a rabbit from them, and then 3 days later, after purchasing the rabbit, it died. It passed away because it was unhealthy. This pet store is selling unhealthy animals purely for profit. They don't care if the animal is sick. They don't care if the animal has any kind of disease, any infections, if they are on the brink of death. They just want their money. I cannot believe that like the associates that are like cleaning the cages, feeding them, can like look at this rabbit and be like, oh yeah, everything's fine. Like, here's your food, here's your water, you're good to go. No, this rabbit, you guys could see, is unwell. It's really, really skinny. I've never seen a neck so thin on a rabbit. I'm sure we're gonna be able to feel its ribs when I actually get to pick it up. I'm sure we're gonna uncover other stuff as well. Maybe some teeth issues, maybe some feet issues. I really don't know. There's probably going to be a whole plethora of stuff wrong with this rabbit. Goopy eyes, lethargic, just looks really depressed. I would be too in a pet store like that. Just being around so much
living in a fucking quote-unquote guinea pig cage, yeah.
stimulation
well, like...
and so many people and so many birds and noises. I can only imagine how stressed out these animals must be. Now, again, guys, I know that by us buying this rabbit, it's kind of providing more supply for them. But I think if we're able to actually talk with these people that actually work there and kind of break down to them that like, yeah, this rabbit's sick, we should not be charged full price for it, like maybe even like half price, maybe even free, that would be even better. Just being able to have a conversation and an open one.
They're not gonna listen. They don't care. I absolutely guarantee to you, they will, at most, they'll do like a 10% discount if you really heckle them.
That I think could be really beneficial for these people. We're still taking the rabbit no matter what. I mean, this boy is probably going to end up dying in here, so I think it's better to save a life than to lose $140. $140, it doesn't mean anything to us, especially when it comes to us crazy rabbit people. Like, we will go to the ends of the earth for these
He's too
beings.
optimistic. I appreciate his optimism, but
that is exactly what me and Jess are going to be doing in this video. Jess actually works for Kind Heart Rescue, so I'm going to be meeting up with her at the pet store. I will obviously secretly record this entire thing for you guys. We'll take it outside once we get the rabbit, and then we're going to give it a full workup and see what state this rabbit is actually in. Let's go and head back to this pet store and save this rabbit.
I've been here before.
You have. We wanted to make our
where's that license plate? Where are they? Meat Master, thank you. My sister bought 2 munchkins for $1,000 and they were infested with fleas. Jesus Christ.
Into the store as natural as possible.
I can't justify spending money on a cat. There are breeds of cats that I like. I really love Scottish Folds. I don't think it's ethical to breed Scottish Folds because how Scottish Folds are achieved is their cartilage in their ears is weaker than it should be, and that's how the fold look is achieved. Which also means that that breed of cat is extremely prone to arthritis because the cartilage in their ears is broken down. Then, well, imagine how the cartilage in the rest of their body is. So, Scottish Folds are not ethical at all, just like pugs. I would take one in happily if I found one for free or just being rehomed by somebody, but I could never pay money to support something like that. That's just fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. You're breeding cats that are gonna have pain for the rest of their lives because they look cute. Tony Zampri, thank you. I remember having only one. Actually, my pet in my life was a miniature rabbit. Poor thing story. Had a really bad ending though. I'm sorry to hear that.
Like we were just two people walking into the store and just perusing and seeing what animals are available. So we worked on the front of the store and just checking out all the bunnies. Again, this pet store is preparing for Easter and I am so nervous because I already know, guys, I am going to be out there in a couple months saving rabbits like this that were once bought at a pet store. People got bored and
is that a fucking pig?
And then dumped them on the streets. So
can we talk about this? Can we talk about how there's like this myth that pet stores will try to sell and breeders will try to sell? They'll be like, it's a teacup pig. There's no such thing as a teacup pig. There is no such thing as a teacup pig. If you buy a pig, it's going to grow into a very big pig. You are getting scammed.
Expect to see a bunch of rescue videos in the future. So we then made our way to where the sick rabbit is located, which is at the back of the store. So weird how they have the majority of the rabbits at the front, and then this guy is on his own shelf in the back of the store, kind of hidden away.
Because they know he's sick and they don't want him to infect the other ones.
So I'm assuming he was stressed.
Hi.
Yeah. Sweet.
My ex-girlfriend fell for that. She tried so hard to get me to buy her a teacup pig. Nah, man.
Is it like sickness?
One day, I hope the cat distribution system chooses me. It'll happen, bro. It'll happen.
When you lose hair? Like,
what you got in your eyes. My dog is eye boogies, but
Sarah, thank you. As a teacup pig pulls out a comically large teacup. A lion head?
So after being told that this rabbit was a lion head and also an older rabbit, I quickly knew that these associates at this store know nothing.
Bro, it has lop ears. It has lop ears, bro. What do you mean a lion head? Hello? Hello? Maybe mixed with one. Maybe that's why, like, his fur is so thin, potentially? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know much about, like, mixed rabbits like that, but...
you're older? What kind of bird?
Chat, let me show you. Let me show you. This is a lion head. So I could see, like, maybe it got, like, a weird mutation if it was mixed, like, lop and lion head, where it's got, like, this sort of, like, thin, wispy fur. And maybe, like, that's how it ended up looking like how it looks. Like...
A lion head?
So after being told that this rabbit was a lion head and also an older rabbit, I quickly knew that these associates at the store
I think that's a very young rabbit. I think that's why it's so small.
When it comes to small animals. That information
My rabbits are twice this size and they're Holland lops.
is completely wrong. This boy is not old, nor a lion head. He is some kind of Jersey Angora, maybe like a woolly mix. He is a lop because of the ears. But again, these employees just do not understand small animals. I will say they are very knowledgeable about the reptiles, but it just seems like the small animals kind of get the back burner and don't really get the care or correct information provided for them to the customers. So this is really worrisome because anyone could walk into the store, ask questions, and get the wrong information.
Here.
It's okay. Hi, okay.
Oh, he's scared. I know.
Hi.
He has nowhere to hide. They didn't give him any sort of space to hide in. He's just being, like, permanently blasted by light, and anytime anybody walks by, he doesn't have anywhere to go, no matter what they're doing to him. If, like, some kid walks up and is, like, trying to poke at him and stuff, he has nowhere to go. Sammy Lemix, thank you. Merry Christmas, Pippa! Are you going to get a new outfit? Eventually.
But the pets are nice.
You're a little bunny.
We're nice bunny people, we promise.
I've been calling him Grumpy all day.
Grumpy man. Oh, so someone like dropped them off?
Yeah, people dropped them off. Y'all got mess with them or whatever? No recording, please.
Well, guys, right then and there, I was caught. My undercover investigation was blown up.
If any pet store ever says no recording, that's how you know. That's how you know there's something wrong with them.
I got really nervous. I was like, oh God, they're on to us. They know what I did. They saw my YouTube video. He did mention that he saw me there last time, and I guess they might have reviewed the cameras and saw I was recording, and they probably thought I was up to something suspicious, and this pet store obviously doesn't like that. But thankfully, guys, we got the rabbit, and we were on our way out of that store.
This is the bunny bag.
Oh, perfect.
So,
Good scale.
because he has some marks on him that could have been tick marks, and we're not quite sure. We're just gonna put Soulard on, so I want to make sure that we've got the right dose for him.
Hi, bud.
Here, sure. I know you don't like this part.
1.4 kgs. That's about 3 pounds. He's very little. Sorry, I don't want to be rude, right? But if
Please, thank you. Morning Pippers. The Philippine Marine Corps just had its 75th birthday. Advanced 250th to USMC. Rah! Hell yeah! Happy birthday to the Philippines Marine Corps!
you look at his
genitals,
he does have.
Are those urine stains on his paws?
Okay. So I do think he's an adult, but I don't think he's a grumpy old man.
No.
We'll look at his ears and.
He's got black fur. How the hell does he have urine stains on his paws?
And his teeth quickly. This is what I'm concerned about, and that's why I want to weigh him and get this larded, right? Because it's hard to see, but right there you can see one. There's another one on the back of his head.
All on the back side of his head and stuff.
All on his butt. So I'm not sure if he's got bites. It's not bites from another rabbit.
No.
They're too small. Or if there were ticks, if they were pulling them off.
Plucked them off.
Oh, here's another good one.
Oh, poor
right
baby.
there is just a big scab. So she was saying he's a lion head. Definitely not a lion head.
Cracking up on the inside when she said that.
She's like, he's a lion head. So he looks like he's either a woolly mix or an Angora, and they do make, they breed fuzzy lops now as like a new designer breed, right? So
I don't know anything about
this
that.
could be an attempt at that, but this is definitely his undercoat, and so somebody cut it, right? So this is like, you know, his regular coat, but if you trim an Angora or like a Jersey woolly, you get like this fluff underneath. Yeah. And the fluff is actually catching all of this hay and poop underneath his tush right now.
Well, that's why when I saw him, I was like, it looked like someone got some electric shavers and buzzed his head off. And
I was thinking like mange. You know when like a dog gets manged and they only have like the little baby hairs on their body left?
that's why it looks.
And then it looks like
So
there's
strange.
a whole bunch of hair missing on the back of his neck. Yeah. And again,
Mange would
more
look worse than that?
cuts there.
Probably.
And that could just be being malnourished.
I've never had an animal with mange.
Absolutely.
So I've
A
never
big
seen
piece
an
here.
animal with mange in person. Little snake camel, thank you, great. Now I gotta drink.
There is malnourishment because you
For
can
sure.
feel his hip bones right here. You can
The
feel
spine
his
is
spine.
You're like a dinosaur with your
Mhm. And so the trick now too is that we can't give him too much food at once because
wanna
that'll
hug him,
overwhelm
yeah.
the system. So we've got some
Yeah.
alfalfa in there, and I'm just checking to see if he's got any mites. He's got some dirty ears.
Fun fact, alfalfa is better for baby rabbits, and then Timothy hay is better for adult rabbits. Alfalfa is easier on their bodies, but I think it's less nutritious. Nutritious? What was it? There's some reason why you switch to Timothy hay. I feed orchard grass because it's better for my allergies because I am extremely allergic to hay, unfortunately. I am extremely allergic to hay. I'm allergic to cats. I'm pretty allergic to my rabbits. I'm like allergic to everything, unfortunately. When I visited family recently, they have cats, and I went through like the last half of their tissue box because I was sneezing and my nose was so runny and my eyes were so watery. And they were like, "You allergic to cats?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Don't you have cats?" And I was like, "Yeah." Mamakin has 2 cats, and I love them. Well, one of them doesn't really care for me, but I love the cats regardless.
Could have some mites. There's definitely a lot of wax buildup.
What about bird? I'm
So
allergic to
it's not
birds
crusty
too.
and
Yeah.
flaky, which means if he does have mites, it's not so bad, but we can swab it. And then I usually like to look at your teeth.
Spoiler warning: the reason why my nose is so stuffy all the time, because I live around a bunch of pets, and I'm very allergic to them. I'm very allergic to all the animals, but I don't care because I love them. Yeah, pets you aren't allergic to. Yeah, the snake.
But I don't know that you're gonna let me do that right now. Yeah?
No.
No. But you're not biting me, so that's good.
I don't think.
Anyway, but then you have no allergies, Pippa. I can't relate. Oh, lucky. Cruel irony.
I know
Yeah.
you don't like that. But
Aw.
his teeth aren't growing out of his head, which is excellent.
Nice.
Yeah.
But he didn't seem to be a very big hay eater.
No.
And the
So my
fan
main
favorite turtle. Yeah, I guess, and the turtle.
concerns right now is that when we looked in that cage, which was cleaned God know when, there were only a few tiny, very dark poofs. He didn't have any water in there. He's obviously not eating enough, and when we take a look at his butt, he's very matted back here.
Aw.
A lot of it is stuck to him. So like this is just
Holy
one big mat right now.
there, yeah.
This
What do you even do? Do you just shave him down? Like at this point, like what can you do in order to get him unmatted? Because like washing him might stress him out immensely. And you don't want him to like go into shock or anything. And I don't know, like with this breed of rabbit, like do you like will it just happen again? I don't know. I'm glad there's an expert here in this video to explain about this.
This is his
I don't
tail,
know.
and he can't really get it away from his
Can't really
body.
wash them because they can't dry naturally. You can spot clean rabbits. But yeah,
And
they
then all of
you do have to be very careful. You can't just like bathe them and then let them dry off by themselves like a dog.
This is matted down
Stuck
here.
in there.
So, and if you feel right here, this is a giant mat right where his leg is. So it's probably pretty painful for him to hop because every time he hops,
stretching.
right?
Yeah. No.
And there's another big one on the other side as well. So no wonder they were calling you grumpy.
This will keep happening without proper regular brushing. Oh.
Me too. But all of this here, this is hair loss.
High
It's not
maintenance.
actually like, it looks like he's got chunks missing out of his ears. That's actually not bites. That's hair loss from the edges and all over like this patchiness.
Just from
That's-
poor diet.
Yeah, over an extended period of time. Jesus. She said he just came in yesterday.
Rabbits need heating element in wintertime, Pippa. Yes. I don't remember what the minimum temperature is for rabbits. I think it's 40 degrees Fahrenheit is too cold for a rabbit. But if it's... I'd say if it's getting below, like, 60... I feel like the ideal range for a rabbit is the ideal range for a human, right? Like, if you're starting to feel cold, your rabbits are probably going to start feeling cold soon, too. And if it's too hot for you, then it's way too hot for your rabbits, because the rabbits have that layer of fur on them. And they can't cool down as easily as even, like, a dog. So...
Yesterday.
We know
That's not the true. No. It's been there for 3 days now?
At least,
Yeah.
right?
I have for my rabbits, I mean, they're in a temperature-controlled environment anyways, but I got, like, a little cat house for baby princess. Pecco doesn't have one because he'll destroy it. So I'm looking into getting him, like, a heated dog house for, like, if it ever is, like, okay, like, he wants to be a bit more warm. I'm thinking about getting, like a plastic heated dog house for him. But baby princess has, like, a cat house that has, like, a heat pad in it. So if she ever does get too cold or whatever, she can go in there. But she doesn't really use it, so... She uses it very rarely.
Because they obviously have, you know, breeders working with them. That's why all the babies up front.
Yep.
I actually had to cut a hole in the back of the cat house because it's like, it's designed so that way you run the cord out the front. But if I run the cord out the front, she's gonna chew the cord, and it doesn't matter that it's like a quote-unquote like bite-proof cord because like she's gonna chew through it anyways.
Surrender your rabbit. Don't surrender it here. That's just like we do for dogs and cats.
So I had to like cut a hole in the back of the cat house.
So
But it's really cute. It's really cute. I never see her in it, but I found some of her hair in it, so I know she uses it just very infrequently.
For now, the best thing that we can do is get him some alfalfa in that carrier. It carries much nicer than the box. He's very dehydrated, so when I go home, he's probably going to get IV fluids.
Okay.
Because I'll give him some water to drink, but if he drinks too much water too fast, he's going to have
I don't know.
a bloat reaction. So
I would
if
like
we
to
give
do
him
one.
IV fluids, he can absorb those subcutaneously.
Jesus. So when I saw him the first day, looking at him, I was like, yeah, this boy doesn't look well. But now actually having him and feeling him, I'm like, this is like 10 times worse than what I actually thought.
Yeah, I mean,
With how skinny, like the neck is just so frail. Like his body's just like collapsing on itself.
And he's got...
I think stuff like this makes me want to do like a bunny rescue. But I don't have like this level of experience, and like right now, oh my god, the vet that I take my rabbits to, chat, is like an 1.5-hour drive. And if I had to do that like constantly, I think I might go insane. I think I might have to go insane. It is so fucking hard to find a reliable rabbit vet. I did a 5K and the charity was for a bunny rescue. Hell yeah. And then if there was like an emergency, like I would freak out. I would freak out so hard if there was an emergency and the nearest vet that actually knows about rabbits is like an 1.5 hours away.
This eye discharge that's crusting,
Yep.
and while we were there, they were trying to like pick it off.
Pick at it
right?
before we put him in the box. He was like, let me just get this really
Maybe she won't
quickly.
notice
Yeah.
if I just take these eye crusties stuff. But this guy, he's got to stay in ISO for a few days till
He
we figure
sure
out what's
does.
going on.
We have a local vet who will perform cancer surgery on 4-year-old pet rats. That's a pretty awesome vet.
He's like a mystery man.
But he calmed down so much.
No, he's
right?
good now. I think he feels safe.
Shout out to Jess.
Whenever I took my ferrets to a standard vet, they'd just pull out a book and my heart would sink. Oh, God. I would leave. I would leave if I saw that. So I've had to move around a bit, and my method for whenever I move and I need a new rabbit vet is I take my dog first. I take Pippa first, and I see, okay, how do they handle a dog? Because if they're, like, Pippa is very anxious, and if they can't handle an anxious dog, they can't handle a rabbit. Like, I feel bad for Pippa using her as, like, as the guinea pig. But if they can't handle an anxious dog and keep her calm, then why would I trust them to be able to handle a rabbit? Okay? So that's the first test. And then the second test is I bring in the rabbits. And I am there. And I'm like, okay. Like, this is only like a very basic like health checkup. Like, I don't want to do any shots. I don't want to do anything. I just want like weigh them, check them out, you know, like check their ears, like the basic stuff. And if they can't do that without freaking out the rabbits, I will not do anything else. I'm here to check your competence. Yeah. Get an idea of how they handle them. Yeah. If they can't handle the rabbits with just like the basic checkup stuff, I will not trust them to trim nails. I will not trust them to do any sort of vaccinations. I will not trust them to do anything that, if done improperly, could kill the rabbits. Because it's not worth it. So it took a while in order to find a good vet. But I have one. And now I drive an hour and a half whenever it's time for their yearly checkups or whatever they need. Vaccinations upped. Or even just general checkups. Like if I feel like something's off, I'll take them. When I came back from San Diego, I was really freaked out because baby princess was acting weird, and I was like, oh God, I really don't want to have to schedule a vet appointment. But she's fine. She's fine. I tried to give her a treat and she wouldn't take it. And baby princess never does that. Baby princess always takes her treats. So I was like, So I waited a little bit. I didn't jump to doing the vet appointment immediately. That vet is always like so booked out anyways. But I waited a bit. I was like, okay, like I'm gonna spend some time with you. She didn't want to be pet. She didn't want to hang out like at all. So a few hours later I came back and she had eaten the treat and she was being more calm. So, was she pouting? I guess she was just pouting, yeah.
She is so amazing and so rabbit savvy. She actually works within the field of veterinarian care, and she is just so good at what she does. So this rabbit was actually transported back to her house, and it was going to receive the much needed love and care that this boy so desperately needed. Jess obviously has a lot of stuff on hand to actually take care of our boy, and she was kind enough to film some bits, so let's go ahead and check those out.
So we're just giving him a little bit of water now, maybe about half full. He hasn't had any water and we don't know how long. So we're gonna start him off with this.
She being sassy because you were gone for a while? I guess so.
And then hopefully he'll drink a little, and we'll also do some sub-Q fluids in a few minutes after he drinks a little. Got a little hay on your face, my friend. Alright, little guy has finished his water, so he is getting 3 meds right now. Hi, this one tastes good. It does. Oh yeah, it does. What a good boy. What a good boy. Look, I made this one taste good too.
Aww.
What a champ you are. So we just gave him a gut motility med because he's not pooping a lot.
A lot of pets are known to get sassy when you leave them for a while. Yeah, but like when I left for Japan and came back, like they were fine. I don't know what their problem was this time.
And we gave him an antibiotic as a preventative measure because he's got some goopies in his
You can
eyes.
see
And
the
then
urine staining
also
from
for
this angle,
parasites,
yeah.
he's taking some Albon as well. But he was just such a great boy for all of that. We're doing some IV fluids. Morgan is an amazing IV pull for me. So these are just sub-Q fluids to get him hydrated a little bit faster. He's gonna end up with a big bump of just fluids in his back, and then he'll absorb that. But this should help him get back on his feet faster.
Seems like a good vet is very worthy of the time, oh yeah. A little snuffle mat. This video should be more than enough to get that pet store shut down. What awful people. You would think, right? You would think, but unfortunately, I bet they're still in business 7 months later. I'm too female.
Well,
for
guys,
this.
it is 2 days later since we have rescued our boy, and I wanted to give you guys a little update and also talk with you about this entire experience. Now, first and foremost, again, I really just wanted to mention that I know this is not something that I typically do.
He's got like a little ramp for what I assume is his rabbits or guinea pigs. He's called the pig room, so maybe it's for his guinea pigs.
This is not something that I've ever done or even tell people to do. I actually tell people to stray away from going to pet stores and saving or rescuing animals. But that first day when I saw this boy and seeing the condition he was in, I literally could not sleep at night. I actually dreamed that night that I was actually at that pet store the next morning saving him. So I just felt like it was in my bones that I had to do this thing. I mean, my heart is so big when it comes to these animals. And again, to see a clearly neglected and suffering animal inside of a pet store being sold for a really high profit and just not being taken care of, that was driving me nuts. And I just kept reminding
Stares like that from my doggos? Hell yeah.
myself that it was either we lose $140 or we save a life. And I thought that saving this bunny's life meant so much more than the money. I'm sure there may be some opinions on this video.
I don't really care
and
about
how
all this.
But this boy has a long journey and a long fight to still fight.
I'm sorry, bro. I appreciate the good work, but I would rather hear about the rabbit.
We'll be giving you guys updates on how he is doing in upcoming videos. If you guys are interested in helping this boy out, I have started a fundraiser on this video where you guys can actually donate directly to him, and all those proceeds will go to Kind Heart Rescue. So not only are you helping out this boy, but all the rabbits that they have in their facility. Kind Heart Rescue is seriously one of the best rescues I have ever worked with. They're like honestly near and dear to my heart. They feel like family. So if you guys are willing to help out, I would appreciate
Too much talking. Oh, this was in New Jersey. I hope that place gets shut down. Old rule, thank you. Pet diseases can be really scary. Cats sometimes don't show any symptoms until it's too late. Same with rabbits. God damn it, I'm tired. Okay, I've got to get ready and head out, unfortunately. But thank you guys so much for showing up to an earlier in the day stream. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys had a good time. I know I was complaining a lot this stream. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'd like to make a little disclaimer. I'm not an all-knowing arbiter of how you should take care of your animals or how you shouldn't or whatever. I think you should always do your own research and realize that, you know, like sometimes like things like research does, like people's knowledge and understanding of these animals like does change over time, so don't be afraid to learn, grow, and adapt and specialize your care for your specific animals. Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna... Man, it's already 3:09. Okay, I gotta head out. Thank you guys so much for stopping in. My name is Pippa, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh, Carson said thank you. If you ever build that hognose enclosure, we're always here to help. Yeah, I'm going to. I thought there'd be like a... Like, I thought there was going to be a thing where... Like, there was like a potential opportunity lined up, but it didn't work out. But anyways. Okay, thank you guys so much for stopping by. My name is 𝐏𝐴𝐵𝐵𝐵, but I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, it's okay! Still there was a white till day. Still there was a white till day. Still there was a white till day.
Us when you hit